I don't actually know how long I have this evening. By the way, I got people coming around for like dinner later at a certain point. We got at least a couple of hours, maybe more, maybe close to 4 depending on when people get here. But I have no idea what's going on. I just found out about this morning, so you guys got a speed run.
Oh god, let's get to it then. Oh, we don't need to recap. We found her mum and in this spider tunnel. Spider tunnel.
Spider hole.
Yeah, we head down the spider hole, Chris.
Yeah, we go. The deep, dank spider hole. Okay.
Trying to keep spirits high, you know.
So yeah, the group of you having opened the way into the deep abyss, head down this tunnel, wading through the remains of the swarm of spiders that rushed up when you.
In real life, I would not be good at
opened it in the first place. And yeah, I mean it is. So it's as wide as the circle that you were standing in, and it's going down at about 45 degrees. So it's sort of more or less sort of like going down stairs rather than walking down a gentle slope. The ground is difficult terrain because of the amount of web and kind of like old bones and rock and stuff that's kind of like discarded everywhere. It's sort of really, you're not really in danger of like slipping and falling. Actually, the sort of stickiness of it helps in that respect. That it's like it takes you guys like 5 minutes to go like the first sort of 150 feet like down because it's difficult terrain and already like a difficult slope and stuff, and it's hard going.
So I guess that means that Arquetta and Brummock are both not though.
Yeah, well, the downhillness of it still means you kind of got like watch your footing a bit, but like obviously the difficult terrain is
we shrug that shit off.
You shrug that shit off.
I mean, I'm slow at the best of times, so whatever.
Yeah,
it's true.
Wait, so there's a lot of old bones here, like from victims and stuff.
Yeah. You can give me a nature check if you want to, kind of gain some insight from the bones that you pass.
Yeah, sure.
Should be a max HP, right? Some 180 out of 182. That's what it.
Those little spiders fuck you up, I guess.
We didn't go combat yet.
No.
Oh, no,
sure. Okay, yeah, Leon, you can you look around. It's there's a mix between sort of humanoid and animal, and between the humanoids and the animals, like there's not a lot of humans or even animals that you like recognize from the surface. It's a lot of goblinoid. Maybe some drow, maybe some of the other sort of like strange, humanoid but otherwise monstrous races that exist down here.
Like relatively near
rat folk, that sort of thing.
Dwarves.
How big is the biggest one we see? Bone.
You find some dead large creatures, lying around. Bigger than yourselves.
Yeah.
As you continue, and after that initial descent down, it does level off a bit more, and opens actually into kind of goes forwards a bit and then fans out and opens into a wider sort of warren of tunnels, all of them like large, all of them at least the size of like a metro tunnel, going in sort of snaking away in different directions. There's at least 3 of them that you can see, but just like looking down one of them, you can see that it goes on like just a short way and then splits again.
And when we consult the Wayfinder, all we have is a clue of the first web. Is it still pointing anywhere, or
no? It doesn't seem to be pointing anywhere anymore. It seems to feel like it's got you where it was getting you.
We have arrived.
We made it, guys.
Crazy.
We pull out the mirror and show it to Beck and force him to look at it.
I mean, this is maybe a good time to talk about what we're actually doing here, right? We're not entirely sure what we have to do.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I mean, the way that it was explained to us is that
I know in game it's only been a matter of weeks, but in out of game it's been like a year. But
yeah, okay. Wait. So what I've written down is once we get to the first web, we get to the place where this mystical hero that Beck probably knows more about fought some legendary battle, and then we use that place to look in the mirror, and he'll re-experience that entire events, and it will unlock some latent power within the necklace. I think that's what we're supposed to do. I'm not sure where it is, or how we go about finding it. Maybe find the biggest spider around.
I love how, here's my notes, by the way, that I have, which is we need to spend additional time learning more about relics, learn where we need to go to participate in the trials, and then I have the note, mirror plus relic plus right location equals test your might.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's basically
It is
it.
technically. Basically,
The
another
next note I
testing
have
might.
is the next note I have is don't trust dogs with orange eyebrows.
I remember this, yeah.
Don't trust any kind of
Dude,
dog with
I don't
orange
remember that
eyebrows.
shit at all.
Man, test
I
your
was like, write
might.
it down.
Test your mind.
I don't really, but like, this is a Vex one, right? I don't really want to test my mind. That's just going to be a lot of like 2 rounds of combat, and I'm either dead or alive at the end. For the no defense, pure offense. Alright.
Well, it's your fault we went to this one first. So
Well, it's my fault. The DM pushed us in this one.
I don't know about that one.
When in doubt, blame the DM.
He did put a door.
What do you
somewhere.
mean? He was like, this dragon is the greatest evil to face to the world, or you know.
But nothing of the sort.
Alright.
On
we
some of his
had at the
characters.
time 4 other locations.
Yeah, we were a lot closer to this one, though.
This is true. Very.
Alright. So, did anything happen?
So
Or
for
going down the hole?
so just short talk about like the plan.
Mhm.
I
Alright, so
think
we're
for
just
now
gonna.
it's just like finding the big spider we can.
Yeah, so you went down the initial descent and it's kind of leveled off a bit, but now there's a sort of a multitude of there's like 3 different tunnels that it fans out into. And like just looking down one of them, you can see it only
Do
goes like
you,
50 feet before it splits
Yeah.
again.
Do I feel anything? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, well, if you do, please do share. But,
Maybe. Let me try.
I'll give him.
I
a
Should be more.
I try to like focus to see if like I try to speak to the relics, the
Wait,
connection,
hold the
and
mirror as
try
well
to
while you do
figure
this.
out
Yeah, you
where.
hold the mirror.
Where? Okay, I hope.
Like,
No,
look
maybe
at
I don't. Do I need to look in the mirror? Yeah,
You don't
at
need to
first I
look
try.
at it, but just
First,
hold it.
first I tried about the mirror because I just focus on my
Again,
connection to the relic.
I have the
Okay.
3
Where
pieces
does
of the
it want me?
equation. It's the mirror,
Where does
your
it want you to
relic,
go?
and the location. So we know it's first
Where?
web. We know it's the mirror. We
Where
know
does-
your relic.
Where does it want me to go, Chris?
You focus all your mental acuity on
I didn't say my mental.
Which is not
my
much.
Vast.
Use my physical acuity. Right, it doesn't seem to want
some
anything.
sort of acuity you focus
Hmm.
on your relic and try and sense if it's leading you anywhere. Give me a. I think
Good if I could.
perception. Perception's a pretty good coverall. And
Perception,
yeah,
baby.
like give me a.
Give me those eyes of the eagle. Give me the eyes of the eagle. Alright, I do the perception. Do you want to try GR it?
Yes.
Probably I could do it blind.
You think it might be like energized in some way. It's throwing with a bit of energy, but you don't really sense that it's like giving you directions or anything.
Yeah, there's something. I think maybe us being here is affecting it somewhat, but I don't know where it's going to go next. Alright, give me the mirror. Give me the mirror, plumber. Alright, I do.
The repaired mirror is handed over.
I do like what Harry Potter does in the Philosopher's Stone, where I see what I want truly most, and it's for the relic to be more powerful. And then I look in the mirror, Chris. I see myself standing, holding the relic.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking is we might not be planning, but this is how we work. We kind of like fail forward and get somewhere.
Figured that by now.
You
Alright.
look into the mirror,
Mhm.
and it does feel different from like the last few times anyone's looked at it. You don't immediately feel this overwhelming kind of mental anguish.
That's nice.
Maybe you've been cured of your mental anguish. Who can say it? Things have happened since the last.
That
time you
helps.
looked into
That
this.
helps. Yeah.
But yeah, you stare into this mirror, seeing yourself, and then this image of yourself that you're seeing swims and blurs, and then you find yourself looking at something very strange. It's kind of there isn't really the language because no one would ever really perceive anything like this, but you sort of are seeing yourself at all stages of your life. You're kind of seeing young Beck and old Beck and current Beck all reflect. The overall effect is kind of I mean, there's a fourth dimension involved here, which is the dimension of time. So it really nice, but it's kind of like the shape of a carrot. It sort of starts short at one end, and then sort of like grows bigger, and like a sort of like a cone shape going out until you reach sort of adult size and stuff. So there's this weird kind of mixed together, blurred together, fuzzy.
This is trippy. It's a trippy.
Effect. Yeah, no, it certainly is trippy. Like the whole image is not really. You don't really feel like you're staring into something real, until it doesn't anymore. It seems to focus in and clarify and solidify, and you find yourself looking at a much more real selection of what you would think of yourself as looking like, current age Beck in your mind. Standing directly opposite you, like it were a normal mirror, and for like a half second, you think nothing is like it stopped working, like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And then in the reflection, you see a figure walk behind you, as in pass behind you in the mirror, as if heading left to right, without you hearing anything like move behind you, or anyone else seeing anyone moving behind you. And it's a large figure. Like, I mean, you were looking at yourself in the face, and like its head was out the top of the frame.
Big boy.
He's a big boy.
Like wide as well, or just like real?
Yeah, broad, like there's definitely a very sort of Conan the Barbarian sort of vibe to it, and you sort of look behind you, see nothing, and then as you take the mirror and kind of angle it a bit, you aim it at where this thing would have walked on, and instead of seeing what you see in reality, the empty space there, you can see in the mirror world an enormous, mighty figure with like a long mane of shaggy, sort of grey-white hair down to his shoulders, like rippling muscles, no kind of armor like whatsoever, just kind of like leather straps and belts and stuff in certain places. Definitely a loincloth effect going on.
Legged straps.
Barefoot, but with like kind of fur ankle guards like wrapped around.
Yeah.
And a huge fuck off sword, which it's not quite stylistically the same as yours. It's not. It's in a way it's sort of shorter but broader than yours. It's kind of like the difference between like a gladius and like a long sword. It's got that sort of like. I mean, it's obviously huge. It's like a big, oversized reach weapon, but it's even sort of like a flat. Oh, what's a cloud sword? From, it's that kind of like. It's like it's
Buster sword.
Yeah, it's a real Buster sword. It's the one you carry is probably longer than this one by like a half a foot to a foot, but this one probably weighs like 25-50% more just by the like absurd bulk of metal in it.
Almost like a
and yeah, as you kind of like see this going on in a mirror and like kind of rotate it to like get a better angle, you see followers. You see other people dressed not as large and not nearly as mighty, but what looks to be the tribe of this figure, the Horde that you've heard legends about, or some members of them anyway, following him through the darkness of these tunnels. You can see that they are occasionally like, I mean, you look at this for like 10-15 seconds or so. People are talking, people like occasionally like kick a rock or whatever, but you don't hear anything. It's completely mute from your perspective. You just see the way they're going.
Which way are they going?
Down one of the tunnels ahead of you, the one in the center.
The one in the center. Cool. Alright. And like if I had to keep watching, like does like time pass, so like eventually just all pass through the tunnel, now just showing me like the empty tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay.
They start getting farther and farther away into the distance.
Yeah, okay. Out of interest, like I don't know if any other people were like looking in the mirror. Does it show this like just to me? I guess like I don't really know if other people are looking, but is it like
depends if other people are looking into the mirror or not.
But either way,
if he's like turning it around and like swiveling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like angling it towards places.
Yeah. You as it's angling around, you kind of like look at it, Leon. You already get an eyeful for a second, and you immediately feel like the mental anguish that you felt in the past, looking into the mirror, like begin to you like it's like someone's shining their like watch around the room, and like the sunlight catches you in the eye for a second. You're like, it's like there's a moment where you like actually get a good look into it, and you feel like, ooh, I don't know if I really want to be looking into this.
Yeah.
Like the headache comes.
Yeah. So after like every bead vanished, I kind of like I was holding it kind of lowering it, still holding. I'm like, well, I guess it was a good idea with the mirror. That definitely I think is going to show us the way to go.
What did you see?
I could see I think if I'm not mistaken, and I can't imagine how it would be here, the one who once owned this, and kind of like clutched like the necklace around my neck. It's like I read a bit about him when we first got these, and he seemed to fit the description pretty well. Big old barbarian chieftain, Arnag the Mighty, and the guy I saw in this, he surely would fit that description. And
Let's see.
he came down here with his sword to fight in the Darklands, and that's what I saw in the mirror. I saw this huge
You saw the
motherfucker
fight?
leading. What's that? No, I saw a huge motherfucker like leading a group of barbarians, I guess, down. I kind of point that tunnel.
So we keep going that way.
He says
Alright.
he had an entire horde with him.
Oh, like
That
how many
was
would I guess,
Atlas?
Chris? How many people would I say?
Not that many. 5 to 10.
Okay.
A small horde, like 10 max. But like they were big motherfuckers.
Oh, we have Graber, we have Claudia.
We have our own horde
gotta-
right about here.
Sure.
Man, he was a large chap.
It's definitely not like the full. I mean, you've read legends about this guy.
Mhm.
Like one of his, apart from like winning a bunch of fights and defeating monsters, like one of the
United like all the
yeah,
tribes, right?
exactly. He brought together like a load of different tribes into his actual group of followers was probably the largest any tribal leader has had in any history that you've read of. It's so he didn't.
Or maybe
If he's
history
coming in with like 10 people, it's not because he didn't have anyone else to bring, right?
He did already died along the way. That's right.
Was he bigger than
Yeah.
you when you were
He
your
He was bigger than me how I am now, I guess, when the necklace is working. But is he like big enough to? Would I call him like a large creature, Chris? Like when I'm trying
He's
around?
close. He's
Yeah.
close.
I'm like, I mean, if I was, if the necklace had its effect, I reckon I'd probably be a little bigger, but maybe not much. Like,
Yeah, I think he's
Obey.
somewhere between your size. He's like kind of somewhere
Yeah.
between your size when you're normal and somewhere in your size when
Sure.
you're large.
Maybe like, I
Halfway.
mean, the power from this comes from him, right? I guess maybe when he would wear it, he constantly had the effect in some way active almost. If he's constantly in that sort of rage, he lives in it, I guess.
That's
My Hero Academia.
insane.
maybe
Sure, yeah.
maybe
Secret,
that's
I'm always angry.
Exactly. Yeah.
maybe that's the next step. Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, it looks like we hardly get through doors, but sure, maybe.
Just make sure.
When you did the reading, would you happen to know what he thought exactly? I mean, got a pretty good idea being one of the
No,
other,
it didn't come up. It just said he, fucked up everyone he found, but then he doesn't really like the dark, so he went back up again.
Poor guy.
You had more information than that, right?
Not in the stuff you originally gave me. We've been told since then.
There was stuff that
Since then, we've been told it was in the last where, but I can't remember if we got told.
Did.
Yeah, I think it was this big old spider he fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know his name, and Beck doesn't remember this. Blackbird knew it. Blackbird, speak up.
Blackbird.
Probably Wolf.
Great.
The great arachnid, the feet of Beck, well, not sort of Beck of.
Oh, thank you. Soon.
It was Arnag slew the great arachnid Lashesky in a vault of war.
He slew it, right? So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna have to fight what he fought. Like that guy looked pretty I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it come in these few months, but like he was like the leader of a big horde even by the time he got here. I don't know if
Well, as someone who has already been through a test of bravery, you just have to show your will mostly. Like you don't actually have to fight.
Did he ever come
I
back?
don't need to fight. You can promise me I don't need to actually fight the giant spider.
I think that is hard to.
Maybe I'd rather
I
do that
don't
than test
wish
the will.
for you
actually.
to fight the spider, but it might happen.
That seems inevitable.
It might also be better than the battle of will. That might go even worse.
Maybe you will fight a smaller spider,
You're
a monster thing.
headstrong.
But like, you guys will be there with me anyway, right?
The way I think,
Cheering you on for
If
this.
we can be.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you
I'm a bit of an
Sure.
expert on this topic, but
Unless it's more of a fight in your mind.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
damn,
I think
it is.
a spirit of
lost
you
us.
will fight a spirit of this Lachesky, maybe. That's the way I see it going. But if it doesn't, I mean, I'll be right behind you.
Great. Alright, well, I guess at least we know where we're going. Alright, onwards.
Lead the way, oh great.
Yeah, I hold my sword the same way he held the sword, Chris, and go walking down the tunnel. I'm not sure how similar I need to follow his movie script.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's The angling with the mirror is slightly weird because, like, if he's in front of you, you got to hold the mirror kind of side on to like look down, or turn your back. So you like.
But I know which one
Yeah,
he went
the
to,
one-
so I don't
backwards.
like I put away the mirror for now at least. Like when
Okay, sure.
yeah.
Okay, and you guys continue onwards for a ways. And until how do you do? It's Pathfinder 2. I guess everyone just rolls initiative with perception. As you guys are, I'll just let me draw this like a
Okay.
little bit.
But I'm
of just
actually
going
182,
down
right? I'm no way 180 HP.
Yeah, no, everyone should be full HP. Everyone
Yeah.
should be full HP for sure.
Maybe I was drained or some shit. I don't know why that'd be 2. Alright, and should we roll on this map or does it?
Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of a like a stretch of tunnel just to the north, so we're gonna move up there.
I like it. Let's go.
initiative.
Grey bird up here.
Ah, sick. Wait, which are we on left or right?
Go and get up.
Or right to left?
It doesn't. Whatever way you guys prefer.
Left to right.
The classic.
That's how I read, baby. Oh Jesus Christ! Beck is really channeling the inner spirit of Arnag right now.
Okay.
42. damn.
Perception.
My eyes are fucking on swivels. I'm looking in the mirror. It's cheating. I've already seen what happens next.
Oh, yeah.
I just finished season 2 of Dark. You know, it's just like this. I see all the future versions of myself. And I'm like, oh god, what did I do? No.
Grey bird gets. Where's our initiative?
This fireball's gonna destroy us.
Dude, season 3 gets fucking weird, by the way. In a good way.
So wait, which way do we decide we're
Pretty
going?
cool.
Left to right or right to left?
Right to left. We're
Right
walking
to
the
left.
front line.
This is
Left
his
to right,
season.
left to right.
Okay, well, our catcher will be up there with you then.
No, I was joking because we're on left to right. We're on left to right.
We're actually going left to right?
Yeah. I'm leading the way. No. In the picture,
Oh, you actually
Arnag was
want
in
to be
the
leading
bus.
the way? Okay.
Yeah.
But you treat this as difficult terrain and she doesn't. So
I will walk slower then.
Okay, well, okay, she walks behind you, fine.
You
fine.
can do an excavation activity and we
Fine,
cannot.
Yeah,
There you
Bromog's
go,
back
you
there.
lucky person.
That's good. Okay. Perfect position.
Is a large creature also affected by this difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Doubly so. Twice as many squares to get affected by. 4 times, sorry, not even twice again. Should be 4 times so.
It's also walking on 4 feet, so.
So you get another 4 times on top of that. 16 times so.
Okay.
Oh, is that M&Ms, I suppose?
Listing and initiative and stealth. And
That's your breakfast, David.
I'm sorry.
That's your breakfast.
M&M's.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakfast of
Okay.
champions.
Oh yeah.
Breakfast. So. Anyway.
So sort descending. And we'll say initiative triggers when. Okay, yeah. You guys are, just heading along like this. Bromok, kind of bringing up the rear, keeping like a closer look, and it turns out to be a good thing that he did, because as the party travels along, suddenly Bromok, just in front of you, there's a blur of movement from a wide, sort of a crack running left to right across the ceiling, and almost for the size of the crack. I mean, it's a gap about like that wide. A person wouldn't have difficulty squeezing through it, but it astounds you that this thing is able to fit out of it with a blur of movement. Enormous. Why does it say leg spider? That's not what this is supposed to be called. This is an
Leg.
crawler.
It's a lag spider.
There we go. Save settings. Yeah, like it doesn't seem to notice you, Bromog. It seems to have like waited for your party to pass underneath it, and then it like slowly, or not slowly, but it descends down behind them, and it's about to sort of savage Asik and Moonsong at the back. And you're like, because you were further back, it's dropped down in front of you and has its back to you, which gives you ample opportunity to like call out and warn the party that
Oh yeah, and I definitely do.
I don't notice it.
Which is why Beck, with his highly prepared state and on edgeness, is the first to act. So
Well,
Beck, why
you
don't
holding the mirror?
you?
Nah,
think
I
you
said
put it
I
away.
put it away.
Yeah.
I got my sword definitely out. I'm like walking around. It's spider.
Okay, Beck, take us away.
Right, so is it on the ground or is it still?
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like
on the
ceiling?
ground. It's on
Okay,
the
how
ground.
high is the ceiling here?
As high as the width, so about 20 feet.
Okay, man, everybody's so clustered up that there's no way to no rage next to it. Feels bad, man.
Chris, was there enough time for me to call out while, hunt prey this?
I don't know about that.
That's fair.
I don't know about that.
Figured
You
I'd
can
ask.
delay if you want.
So, what do I want? That's crazy.
Why would you delay when you could just run up and kill it?
Yeah, because I can't rage, because there's no space to rage, you know? Alright. Instead, in that. Oh yeah, and it's difficult terrain, right?
I mean, Asik is a small creature, right?
Only that mattered.
I think so.
I will.
Is that a 5e thing? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think we were tiny, you could, right?
He's tiny.
Okay, so I'm half movement down to 15. Oof. Okay, I will start then, I guess, by.
Yeah, from difficult terrain, eh?
Yeah. That's so annoying.
That makes my 25 move speeds bad.
Real low, yeah. I guess I'll sudden charge up to here because I'm attack it.
Okay, yeah, you push past Darkessa.
Oh yeah, can't yeah.
Running, swinging, like your sword like skating off the wall as you run over and
Seeing images in my mind of
hack
being
down.
Yeah, I will go just a normal swingable.
Everyone should be full HP, by the way, if they're not. I think Moonsong's like
Oh.
one.
Natural 2, huh? A little spook.
Natural 2. Yes, the spider recoils out of the way of your blow and it goes wide.
Then last
And I'm
action.
assuming, even though he ran through it, it did not attack of opportunity.
Maybe it doesn't have reach.
It did not attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
Actually, because I don't really want to take the Might 5, I'll actually take. Wait, how far can I go with 15? Actually, 1, 2. Oh, that's so low. Can't even rage next turn then. Alright. Dude, what the fuck was this thing in my shoulder compartment right now? Do you remember, Asik? It was the last thing we grinded. What was the last thing we grinded?
Oh, okay. Hold.
What was our last
Yeah,
fight?
what did you guys last find on Grinder? That's the question.
What was our last fight?
It was one of the. It was maybe the mantises.
Yeah, it was a mantis. Chris, I activated the free action and activate the mantis thing. I'm going to have a spider thing to put in it next for next time. You know.
I'm sure I wrote down what this is.
Giant mantis.
Yeah, no, what the power I told him was.
But you had randomed it when I did it.
Is that what I do? No, no way. I think I
That
wrote
is what you did
Yeah,
last
that's what you
time.
rolled
That's
a
what I
die.
did- that's what I did last time?
Mhm.
Well, let me see if I wrote anything down. If I didn't write anything down, then I'll roll it.
I'm guaranteed in writing down, but you go ahead.
Well, I'm fine. Okay.
You did last time. You were like, I don't know if I should count these things about. You said yeah. I remember.
Okay. Wait, what could you actually like? What actually could you get?
Dude, I could get anything, right? Like I could like grow their fucking natural claw. It's like a mutagen. It could be like a mutagen, right? That'd be fucking sick. I want to get like the pincers out of my mouth.
Might be overstepping your bounds a little.
Nah, I mean, I don't really mean good, right? If I don't get their attack modifier to get their natural weapon, it'd probably be bad compared to my sword.
You get the fling ability.
Oh, I'm fling it, Chris.
You gotta grab it first.
What?
Pass creature into the air.
Nice. Alright, useless. Useless. I considered looking if I could fling it. I look at Moonsong, much easier to fling, but I decide not to. And then instead, I'll just go for my -5, I guess. I don't have any other options. So -5 on this. So 35.
35? Couldn't have just rolled with the -5 though. 35 is a hit though.
No, whoa.
You strike it.
Can't believe I'm considering moving instead of just staying out of me. Nice, yep, that's my turn.
I'm just checking. Immunities. Oh, it's hard for you to, like, with all these sorts of damage to pick out exactly what's doing what and stuff.
But something isn't doing what I want to do.
Let me see. So 31, and then that's that, and then okay, cool. So, like so.
Something didn't do what I wanted to do.
Romok.
Okay. I will As a free action, activate my Boots of Elvenkind. Give me still on GM shit. But give me a +5 movement. So I'll go to there. Then I will hunt prey it and hunt a chop. Shoot twice at it.
Nice.
40.
Well, that's going to be a hit.
40 is indeed a hit.
Sweet. For 11. Assuming fire.
For
is a thing.
11, yes, it seems to take.
I imagine this fire doesn't take fire damage. That's bullshit. This thing.
Also, you haven't put the hunt prey on it, but I'll trust you to do that in a bit. And then 35 for 18.
35 for 18. Look at that. Arrow sticking in.
That's nice.
That's my turn.
Heta.
Leon.
I don't
Leon.
have.
Keep alive. Let Leon go first.
Don't have a second. Yes, I'll do
NPC.
this. Double
Also, a
hunt
lot of
prey.
HP.
Oh yeah.
Arquetta, yeah, hunt praise, and then
She's a tank.
she just does what you do, right? She quick draws to shoot once.
But you in volley range, okay? You fucking scrub. You'll
But
move
like,
first.
what's that gonna do? Cause her to miss?
You know, maybe calls it a knock crit.
This is Arquetta.
Maybe
So,
calls
yeah,
it a knock crit.
A lot.
You guys hear rules public, right?
I guess.
Oh baby. Oh my god, okay, Lisa. Yeah,
Shot
volley as
for
well. Only has +29 to hit. Yawn.
Missing the first one. The quick draw is too much, and then the
Ooh, speed. It's got the
gonna
speed enchantment.
strike.
Baby, I don't even know what that does. It
Does that
sounds
mean?
best.
It's like hasted or something?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys right. I can't come.
Wait, what you missing?
That's hilarious.
so bad. You how can you?
And,
Even when
with
plus
the speed,
29.
she gets an extra attack, right?
I don't know if speed works. Probably, it sounds like right.
I think Greybird definitely gives that 34 a plus whatever.
She doesn't have turn yet though. She needs
Okay.
to like. Actually,
The reaction don't work like that, right?
oh yeah, they don't. That's true. Speed. Oh, speed. Yeah, you gain a quick condition and additional attack anyway. Dude, let's fucking knock her out and take a bow and just.
Won't miss with this one. I actually misses again.
Oh my god.
Pretty bad.
Who would have thought?
And what's her specialization though, Chris?
What's that? What?
Like a ranger specialization. Because maybe this isn't a -5, she only be -3, you know. She got the flurry each one.
I think she chose
Oh,
a
she
different
does.
one.
No, she does have flurry. Is it not set up properly? I think this is the old character sheet.
It's not so.
Okay, so instead of so that so that shouldn't have been -5 on the first one and minus.
I mean, I think it might be -5. It's still volley range, so I think it's still
yeah,
actually
hang on. So instead of -5, it should have been what?
-3 for volley, right, Josh? The second tax is
So
-2.
two, yeah,
I
minus
just haven't.
3.
I've had it set up for so
Look at
long I
two
can't
higher.
remember.
Okay, cool. So she actually did hit with that one.
Oh wait, so
34.
it's 34 hits. Oh,
For minus that much.
doesn't have any
Oh,
cover,
actually, no,
right?
it's not.
Doesn't have
It's
any
that
cover,
much.
right?
No, it's not with its size.
Good.
And then the last two are only -6, but they still instead of -10,
Yeah,
so 4
yeah.
higher, but they both still miss. Okay, and she tags it.
Good work, okay.
And it has. Oh, shit, what's the grievous wound?
That's just D6 bleeding. We have grievous.
Right, but I haven't put that on a weapon, so okay, I just have to do that now.
Oh no, that's not what grievous is. Oh, yeah, you're right, Jack. So, grievous is you get the critical specialization when if you crit. So it's useless. Why do you give it this, Chris? Oh no, you get an additional benefit. Oh, it increases the athletics check to hold a missile free by to DC 20. Completely useless at this point.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
Man, that's a 9th level weapon
it's
copy
fine.
rune.
No, it's good
There are
against
some
the
creatures.
wizards
There are
and
some
stuff.
creatures. Yeah, there are some creatures that would.
Okay, cool. That's her turn. Leon.
Dude.
Okay, well, you know, huffing and puffing, I'll spend 2 actions going over here, and I will raise my shield.
It's Leon, nice.
Move in front
And,
of it to raise the old
Claudia
shield.
can't get anywhere near Sally, so I'll just stay put.
Okay.
This page.
Like trying to get his attention, like while running over here. Over here.
Look, he's
You
getting
see
his
some of its wounds heal up slightly,
Nah, that's not going to be enough, my friend.
and it. Well, that's cool. Oh, hey, that's cool.
But did we do crafting last time?
Yeah,
Plus ones? Yeah.
sure, who knows?
This thing can.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
crit
so-
crafting actually. Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Wait, we did have crafting? So
Yeah.
plus one.
This has got some cool stuff, but instead of doing any cool stuff,
I can't wait till I get to have this cool stuff. When we
it
make them
simply tries to bite Leon.
You fool.
He does look tasty. I've tried it myself.
Fangs
A worthy effort.
flashing. Oh god, it misses horrendously. What a sad day.
Dude, maybe this is the thing we gotta be to like make the relic power. Can't wait. This is a pretty
And
big
then
spider.
it
Very
bites
helpful.
it back
No.
with its
We have
second
fought a
attack.
bigger spider than this, so I doubt it.
Striking back.
Retributive
Yeah.
strike.
Retributive strike. Beck, your 34 is reduced by whatever.
13?
13.
So minus 21.
Told you I'd
oh,
stay by your side.
and also make a fortitude saving throw.
Ah,
Your retributive strike does not strike.
Now I get
It's
that.
venom. Yeah, it's venom. Oh yeah, you do. But its venom is seeping into you. So, nevertheless, you are
It seeps out
fortuitous
again. It
enough.
seeps out again.
Seeps back out, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a minus 5. Okay, I'll include the minus 5 this time.
Genius.
It's one higher than that actually, so 33.
33. No bueno.
Oh, 34 to hit. Feels bad.
No bueno. That's good damage as well.
Yeah, that's a 36.
shit, I have Warcry. Damn it.
Almost remembered.
It's
Grey
like one of the
bird.
few times it starts within 30 feet. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Grey bird will Sage's analysis the creature.
I like it.
Nope.
Chew them out. You get something wrong, right, when you do that one, like knowledge check?
Well, yeah, it's technically it's a check against its recall knowledge DC, not actually a recall knowledge.
Oh,
DC.
okay.
I've just always bundled them.
Interesting.
But yeah, she knows she has something wrong. She do 2d6 less damage or something. No, she
Yes.
moves and she moves like that with her next action, which she can do, and simply tries to strike it normally with her staff.
Oh,
But it was a sad day. Moonsong.
This is difficult terrain, right? You
Yes.
can't step in difficult terrain.
No,
Correct?
Correct.
you do not.
Okay. But we just know it doesn't have tax opportunity, right?
Hasn't used them yet.
That's
Yeah.
true. But you know I do.
Unless
I'm
it's
like,
been
thank you.
saving him for this moment, you know?
Oh yeah,
It's
I mean
just-
that would be something. I'll take my bets on that. I'm just gonna move a little bit
As
further away
Moonsong
from it.
moves away, Spider watches menacingly.
Back attacks.
Uh,
The poison, it took over control of my mind. Dude, that's when Fish, like, if it did mind control poison, he should message me, and then you guys are like, what the fuck when I take it? Oh.
And it turns out the way you get the power for your thing is by killing your party. That's the
What?
real secret.
That
That's
was
why he
something.
took those boys with him. Makes sense.
Blood effect.
Kind of low. I mean, lowish on spells. I will do like a telekinetic projectile.
Ew.
I'm gonna blast it with like, bam, take the butt.
Oh,
What a strike!
oh,
It is striked.
oh.
It is good.
Dude, it's been so
Clearly-
struck right there.
You have a pretty
Strike,
big chance of hitting
strike.
it in the eye, right?
So strike.
One
There's
nature.
a lot of eyes, it looks like.
Many
That's
left.
my turn.
Asic.
Essek will grab an acid flask and throw it at it.
Nice.
What a guy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Seems a reasonable.
Oh, that's it!
Wait a minute, they said.
Oh,
God damn it! Now I didn't expect this. Now I have to find.
He's like, I hit, I should look at my damage, I do damage, I never try to hit.
I know, right? Acid flask, 3d6 persistent acid damage, and
So that's
3d6.
doubled. 66 persistent.
3d6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
it's a
crit.
crit. It becomes 66 persistent.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
So star 6d6.
Okay, now we just run away,
It's
right? 'Cause-
persistent. Unfortunately, it takes. Oh, what a good 66 roll. Unfortunately, it takes the damage on its turn.
Oh,
not
cool,
like
then
right
it-
We
now.
can use that roll.
Then it
I don't know
takes
about
three,
that.
3 splash though.
6? With a splash
6
double?
splash. I don't
I
know.
want splash also doubles.
No,
yeah,
it
splash
doesn't.
doubles. What?
No, it doesn't.
on the target itself. No. Okay.
Why?
Fair.
Okay.
One acid damage, the listed persistent acid, and the listed acid splash damage. So it says that there's some initial damage, right?
That's what I thought.
Deals 1 acid damage, the listed persistent
Dude, I
acid
think
damage,
splash
and the
damage
listed,
doubled with Opus.
and the listed acid splash damage. Takes 1d6.
So there's always
Doesn't
also one
say.
acid
Oh,
damage.
it takes like 1 on top. Okay.
So
Yeah,
it
it
takes 2 acid damage,
Yeah.
and the 66.
Oh, well, it
persistent,
depends.
and
Like,
also-
what is this a greater one? Or...
Yes.
So that's 3 acid splash damage.
Dude, I'm like 90% sure acid it is doubled.
So
but-
it would be 4 total.
Nah, maybe I'm lying. No, I'm lying. It's not. I'm 100% now sure it doesn't get doubled.
That's what I wasn't 100% sure, but I was relatively. Okay, so it takes the 2 from the crit, and how much splash?
3.
3.
3. So China's got the 66 persistent acid. Okay, yeah, you douse it right in the face. It's
Nice.
covered in acid.
Again, I just grab a healing potion and I, held it for next turn.
Okay, bang.
Yeah.
So yeah, just double check. You don't get a critical specialization or anything, do you? That's not like this thing. That's good.
No.
Not that I know of, no.
Sad. What does a critical specialization have? Only do one. I might. Well, not if it's space of age. No.
That's a good question. I actually want to know.
I don't think there is one. I didn't see one for Vandalin, but...
Bomb increases the radius of the splash.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know what? I'll rage, Chris. Give me
If
a big
Alchemist
boy
doesn't
one.
get it, who gets it?
Yeah, splash only to 10 feet.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not.
make me a
I'm not
big boy.
like bomb
Chris. Make me a
specialization.
big boy.
Make you a big boy.
Alright, and then I will. No, I'll attempt to knock it down.
There are crit specializations on them. Why can't I find
I will. I'll call Black Gravers plus whatever. How much is it? Still plus 2,
Plus
yeah.
3. Plus 3.
Plus 3, baby.
Uh,
42.
42. That hits.
Nice. So down with damage, and then I will attempt to up legs against the reflex DC, which is probably pretty good, but oh well.
Yeah, surely spiders have some bonus against being knocked down, right? But
Nah, it doesn't exist in this edition, basically.
That meets reflex DC.
Oh, baby, get on the ground!
Knocked down.
Yeah, prone,
You
baby.
you should get like a fancy one-liner for when you knock people down.
I get knocked down. Like nothing.
That's
No,
exactly
you
what I
get
was
knocked down, but you get up again.
And it doesn't actually give benefits unless they take the cover action, right? Like take cover action.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
No, they're just like
So it
fast-footed.
won't hurt me to shoot at it.
No, it'll help you, but they're still flat-footed.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's my turn. Rage and knock him down, baby.
That's his turn. Bromok.
Alrighty, let's do. Where's that one? The 2 action.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe not yet, but
Yeah.
I know which one you mean. It's like mental shot. That's what it's called. right?
Yeah, I
Sounds
can't
about
remember
right.
the actual name of it right now, but it's enchanting arrow. There we go.
Enchanting, so enchanting.
Enchanted arrow. 38. Well, actually, I guess 40 with flat-footed.
Yeah. Hit.
All right. And
For
then
that,
2d6.
Mental.
11
Ooh,
mental
nice
damage.
2d6, yeah.
on that
11
one.
mental.
Yep, and then I'll do hunted shot for shot 2 and 3 is my last action.
Nice.
Capew. Nope.
Okay.
Pew. Also nope.
Just like your mother.
You
At
tears
least
in her
I hit
eyes.
Hey,
thrice.
she hits.
Yeah.
That's true.
She hit
Let's
once.
see how she does this time.
Oh, this time she's gonna
Yeah.
go ta-ta-ta-ta. But surely she-
No, you're not going to go for cover and volley. She'll
Yeah.
move first to there.
Wait, oh, she moved. Wow, she's nuts. This isn't how longbows work, Arcado.
Well, but like, there's nowhere she can stand outside of volley range and not have cover, you know?
I guess, but cover's only
Large-
plus
large
1, and then
creatures.
cover's only plus 1, and volley's -2, right?
What's it gonna do? Miss?
Yeah.
Not good.
I need
Like
to
her
set
name
this
is like
up so
Arcana the
I can-
Messer.
I need to set this up to be like agile and shit, don't I? Oh, actually, it's still going to be the wrong
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
have
have
to
to
go
just
in.
and
It's
manually
just
do it.
easiest to do. Yeah,
And,
the
like,
options on the sheet.
right?
You can
Yeah. Okay.
set the second
agile,
attack and third attack penalty.
-3 and -5. -6.
-6.
Yeah. So it's -5.
And then you
Minus
can't
five
put
would
it.
be-
Agile would be -2, -4 in case she ever uses like a short sword. Or something.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
No, it's
Okay.
-4. So low.
Right?
-2, -4, -3, -6. Okay, cool. And then turn. Okay. So having moved, she gets
4
two
shots.
actions, so 4 shots. Yeah, okay, easy.
2 actions. Alright.
Oh, well,
There we fucking go.
She, she
63,
just
yeah.
moves there and puts an arrow squarely through the center of its head, and it like wriggles briefly and then goes still.
Oh, but I just
It's
like
damage.
raging on it.
Like persistent damage.
You didn't get to see
Yeah,
the 66 acid. What's nice,
Didn't
it
do
dies
anything.
and then the acid just like dissolves. The
Yeah,
body.
no, we need
body.
half of it remaining. We need half of it. No,
remaining.
no. I would quickly wipe off the acid, Chris, so we can get some of it, you know?
get 66 persistence, Fred.
Get it off of it. Get it off of it.
There's a lot of persistent acid damage, but yeah, okay, you managed to get enough of the. You managed to
Nice.
recover enough.
I just amputate the part that has the acid on it, you know?
the whole body.
No, no.
Man, 3d8, 787,
sucks.
pretty good.
Pretty good. I will.
And 1d10.
Kind of look around at everyone like, good reflexes, guys. That's real nice.
Yeah, that's what we expected, right? Big spiders.
Yeah, it's true. I probably shouldn't have, blown my my top quite so soon. Kind of, jetted down my big body as I like kind of shrink small again.
What a monstrous creature, says Arquetta.
Oh yeah.
As she looks directly at Beck.
Hey now.
Did you see
felt
it?
like-
It was healing. There was some magic about it.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, integral healing. Get to work, acid.
Whatever creatures we fight here.
Let's get the magic out of it.
Does it bug anyone else if for some reason Arquetta's HP is above her token instead of like?
Is it?
You see
oh,
that?
okay,
Really
think
high
about
up,
it.
I think she must have a 10
Yeah,
HP
top
bar that we
overlapping,
don't
top
see.
overlapping,
Yeah.
yeah.
But mine's also
I
kind
know,
of
you
high.
you can set the bars to be either top overlapping or above.
Huh. Interesting.
Wait, is there
Like,
saying
'cause-
this place makes spiders heal or something?
Maybe there's either magic in the place or in the creatures themselves, but that was no ordinary spider.
Alright, well, I'd hate to see the mother.
I mean, I think that's the whole point of this endeavor.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?
He's got to go for the solo bolo.
Even if I toss you just a little bit, I got this power that I gotta use. Gotta toss
Oh, yeah.
you.
Toss me.
Toss you.
Yeah.
Got the beard!
I grab him quite a bit. Just 30 now. The yoink. No, I don't toss. I toss a spider, I'm testing it, so I just gotta pick it up and just casually like lob it like 30 feet down the hole, Just like one hand, baby.
Don't damage it.
It'll be fine, it'll tenderize it.
Like, you don't need to prove to us that you're strong.
No, it wasn't. Wait, that's really flattering, Leon. You really think I'm strong enough to single-handedly throw this giant creature 30 feet?
Yeah, of course.
No, it's flattering, but no, it's a potion.
Well,
Yeah.
still, I mean, I'm sure with, and a bit of a heave, you could do it by yourself.
Yeah, I'll try next time. Right, we get to work juicing, Chris.
So let's
So
feed
what's
this.
juicing? Okay, so you just like you
Um,
just
Alien
settle
deep
down
crawler.
in the
Yeah.
the tunnel. Arquetta does ask, she's like, what are you doing?
Oh, Asuke has like a, I don't know, device. It extracts powers from monsters and gives them to me.
Just regular potion crafting.
That's what I said, yeah.
Kind of glances at Bromok, but he doesn't seem too bothered by it, so she kind of shrugs and lets you guys get on with it.
Yep.
Kind of grisly
Well,
sounds of like lumps of spider being forced into the sort of sausage.
See, I'm
machine.
like a lab assistant. I like chopping into pieces to the manageable size,
No,
I need
you're the one. You're operating the meat grinder hand.
Okay, yeah. Oh, my bad. You're right.
Turning it round and round. It's sort of funneled into this.
Wait, it's making me think of like wait, I'm gonna just find something, but then you continue first, describing.
I'm thinking of the sausage grinder from Kingsman 2 that guy ends up going into.
Oh no, I'm
like,
thinking
far
of
after the film.
when Homer makes a bar out of a pound of spaghetti. You know this one? Oh, that one's good.
In the meantime, I will give you a ley lens and refocus.
It gives you awesome power.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys take an hour, and break down this spider into a potion, and I mean it works. Yeah.
And
Nice.
we just attach it to.
Yeah, pop it in my shoulder.
Just put it straight there. Okay, click, twist,
there.
and yeah, it's in place.
Ready to
And I'm
go.
sure Beck gives me a little top up during this break, right?
You are.
First of all, you're back, and second of all, I already said that, so yeah.
Oh, sorry, my friend. Alright. Now I've got the potion in bar form. It's time to go.
Okay, and you guys, continue onwards.
But you don't have more HP than max HP.
I have a ring that grants me 5 temp HP every day.
He has a ring.
Power.
Chris, I look at the mirror. Do I see them chopping down a similar spider?
No,
Okay, it's not we're living their lives again.
no,
Alright.
it doesn't seem to be.
Does it kind of show me like them walking? Like, okay, I'm trying to figure out: is it like does the time we spent actually matter, or is it more based on a location? Like, if I open it now, does it show them when they were in there?
They moved away in the hour that you were here. But when you move forwards and use the mirror to get vision of where, like just out of sight of where you last saw them, they're there. They're right there, and they just.
Yeah, and once I see them again, I do.
They kind of only seem to move when you've actually got vision on them.
Sure. Yeah, and just to thought this, every time I'm just going in a straight line, I'm just having my sword out, the mirror.
Okay.
Because I can't see this, but are they like...
Oh, you can ask me.
Are there visions of them being in combat or having been in combat? Like,
You haven't seen anything like that. Well, they look like
Any walking?
they fought their way down here. Like they've been in fights recently, and also in the distant past. Like all of them have clearly seen their share of battle. And like some of it is like fighting that clearly happened today or yesterday. But you haven't seen them fight anything in the mirror yet.
Out of interest, any of them look like casters?
No.
Okay, just curious.
Any red
For cowards.
And they're all human.
They're all human. Yeah.
Very muscly.
Man,
like,
I wish I was a
oversized
member of
rats.
this. I wish I was a member of this group. No. Right, look, on we go. On we go.
Hey man, I try and live. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pinch
As
myself.
you as you continue onwards, Beck's obviously very keen to be in front. Arquetta does ask if you mind if she kind of like scouts ahead a bit to keep an eye out for more danger.
I guess you can, but it's not. It isn't how they did it back then.
She kind of thinks about that and says, "Is that important?"
I shrug. I don't know how close in following the trials he went through I needed to be.
Fair enough. I'll stay
Kraber?
back then.
Facing them yet?
Moves back a
I
little bit.
mean, this whole journey might have been part of the trial. Some people say it's not about the destination; it's about the journey.
Whatever. She can't scout in front. She'll scout behind with her son.
Son? Oh yeah.
Hold on, everyone forgets that.
You thought you got him in a trap, but in fact...
But in fact, there is no
Wait,
son.
not daughter? Again?
Okay, they found to do really.
And we continue onwards. After not very long of traveling, I've continued traveling from that point. You guys are accosted by another wave of like cat-sized spiders kind of swarming all over the walls, all over the ceiling and floors. Like you just see like a kind of moving mass rushing towards you down the tunnel where like everything is moving on the floors.
It's when I swing.
Between like Moonsong blasting off you cantrips, Arquetta and Bromok throwing, Essex basically endless supplies of alchemy. You'd like blast most of them or destroy most of them before they even reach you, and then Leon and Beck standing in front, hack the rest to pieces pretty easily, and no one is significantly troubled. But it does kind of give you pause
On the one hand,
for like a
wanna be
few
useful.
minutes before
other
they've
hand,
sort of died away.
All right, man. I really hope there can't be an endless amount of these things, right? I mean, maybe they can.
And again, like the tunnel is kind of like now knee high and carved up spiders.
At least we'll never run out of food,
These things are filled with poison, are they? I mean,
Yeah, but as long as they're venomous
Filled
and
with venom,
poisonous.
not
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh wait, what's the difference?
Look at your nature check, man. You're so good at it.
Make a nature check.
Well, I mean, I usually do that in times of need when I require information from.
Right. If
What
you
is
can eat
deed?
it, then it's venomous. If it's not, it's
Yeah.
poisonous.
If you bite it and you die, it was poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it was venomous.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
said.
thanks, Ernie. Thank you.
Basically, how it is.
You can eat things that are poisonous.
There's a food poisoning.
You
but
can
they
eat
Oh
forget
things
wait,
that
you can't. Yeah. Oh my
You
god.
can- I mean, you can eat
Well,
either
you
of them.
can.
Just...
Yeah, I go good
Can
for
is
it.
relative.
Remember
Should is
Som's dinners? Sometimes.
There are a couple of good ones.
He did.
Remember when you learn about chilies? Like,
I'm not sure if it made up for all of the bad ones, but
He
learn about
it was
Tommy
experimental.
learned about chili and just made chili soup. It's just soup made from
chilies
chilies.
and water. Mwah, bellissimo.
Are these like tunnel intersections spaced out
Warm
evenly
broth.
each, or like
No, it's
Geometry-wise.
very
Very random.
it's chaotic and random. Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
let's go. What was the name of the
So-
big spider we were looking for? Where it was again?
Wait, the one that your man fought?
Lagertha. What
Yeah.
is it? I can't remember.
Lacheski.
Lacheski.
Lacheski. Yeah.
Lacheski.
That's actually a good
Nigel.
point. If we use the Dark Wayfinder and we say Lacheski, does it point in a direction?
It's dead, Jim.
Or is it?
I hope so.
And the tail is actually false. It just defeated it in combat. But
Give me a craft check, Asik.
Propaganda.
Sure.
They'll want you to believe that our Knight the Mighty really defeated that spider. What the media won't tell you.
Defeated is a vague term.
You try, based on like what limited knowledge you have of
Yeah.
Lacheski, the spider they're talking about, and like your understanding of the Wayfinder, to kind of program in that request, but you can't sort of focus enough to get a clear perspective. You aren't sort of familiar enough with what you're searching for to get an actual result out.
If this place is called the first web, can I ask it how to get to the center of the web? If like the tunnels are laid out in like a web-like shape.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Yeah, you can kind of work from that that
Yeah, like
thought
that's
and
like
kind of
my
imagine there's
theory
a
and,
center
like,
to it and try.
get me-
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Give me another craft check.
Sure.
You have 2 hero points, right?
What do you do? We do.
I think we start with 2, right? This
Yeah.
one?
You. No, you aren't really able. You haven't explored enough of this place to kind of
Sure.
have like the sense of the layout in the head enough to direct it to to imagine what the center might be, how big the whole place is, like what do it's yeah.
Sure,
It,
sure,
you,
sure.
you can't
I
imagine
guess-
it enough
I
to
guess
ask for directions.
Now I would have said a trust Grodanac,
Yeah, just tell everybody I don't know enough about the spider we're looking for at this place. I can get a read on.
I'm just excited
I
to
reckon.
get there and find out that he defeated Lacheski in like a chess tournament.
Oh fuck, I'm in trouble, baby.
Leshesky Kasparov.
Oh, Lacheski is a good name, yeah.
The Chesky opening.
Leshesky.
Oh no.
You
It
never
does sound like a chess maneuver, yeah.
thought it open by
Dude,
moving
he could
the
play like 8
statue
boards
back.
at once. He could do like 8 boards at once. We
that's-
all have to play different boards. Yeah, we all have to play. I can see Claudia like just using the 4.
Just knocking over the king like, fuck you.
yeah. Oh,
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you guys continue onwards after the brief massacre. And at this point, you end up going for a fair while before anything more happens. Like you sort of walk in. Well, I don't know about science because you can talk to each other, but like walk undisturbed through a complex network of tunnels and intersections crisscrossing, some of them going up, some of them coming down, not all, like some of them like being vertically out of like the top of the tunnel you're in, that obviously you can't very easily go down, but you don't seem to encounter any more of the local fauna, shall we say. You guys are getting kind of tired after this sort of like couple of hours. It wasn't like the end of the traveling day when you got here, but like there wasn't a huge amount left, and you're now sort of pushing into the point where the weariness is starting to is starting to hit. When you come to just sort of like thinking about how far are we gonna have to travel down here, the tunnel, basically the tunnel keeps going as it was, but the wall on one side disappears and revealing like a vast kind of open space in that direction, at least as far as you guys can like easily see with your dark vision. And sloping away from you down that direction, it's not really like a vertical cliff, but it's more like a scree slope, like a sort of mix of rubble, web, and sort of bones and stuff, but even steeper than the sort of 45-degree one that you initially came down. You'd probably like just looking at it, you'd imagine kind of almost climbing down it like a ladder, or or having your back to it and like basically sitting on your ass and kind of like slowly sliding down it like that. But
Does
you
this
can't really
look
imagine walking down it very easily.
like a tunnel spider's funnel?
No, not really. It's
Okay.
it's not like just like a doorway opening in the side. It's a length of tunnel maybe 100 feet long, where that just like side is missing. You can like you look up into a vast space, you look down into a. It's sort of like it's almost like the tunnel that you were walking through wasn't. I mean, well, depending on the geography of space, I don't really know, but this is just a fair description, I think. Wasn't like solid beyond the walls. It was almost like you're walking through like a tube, like a straw or something. And then there's just like a bit where like part of the straw is like missing on one side. So you're just like looking out into this vast, like abyss on that side. It does seem to have like walls. It does seem to have like walls and stuff, and like the scree slopes away from you. So you're pretty confident the floor you're like been walking on is like solid and stuff. That's just kind of like to give the sort of the aesthetic impression of what you're seeing. There's a vast empty space to like the side of your
Let's not shine any lights in there. We don't know what's what'll
Don't
show
knock
up.
over any barrels or buckets down there.
And as you like consulting a mirror,
Yeah.
you can see Arnag and his crew. After a short respite here, looks like they just like stopped to have like a snack or whatever, just eat some rations.
What are they eating?
Just like jerky and stuff, barbarian food.
Yeah.
They like begin to like make their way down.
But I got bad news for you guys. It looks like we got to go down there.
I figured.
Yeah, but maybe we didn't. But I'm feeling a little knackered. Do we want to sleep here before heading down?
Has it been a full day of travel?
Yeah, the DM said so.
Well, it had been a lot of travel. You didn't get here in the morning. You didn't like open the way into the first web in the morning.
True.
That was after like most of a day's travel. So
then yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah, Moonsong, you said you were feeling a little wiped, right? Yeah, look at it.
Sorry?
You're feeling a little wiped, right?
Of what?
In magic wise,
Like tired.
Tired, out of magic for the day.
Of course, I don't know. I thought you had a bottomless pit of divine magic.
We've had a day. We could take a
We've had a long day.
I have spells left.
Sure.
Well, they'll get us through the
Never
night.
hurts, if we have almost definitely.
All right, let's get this nighttime.
No sleeping on the watch. This
fucking
place.
nest.
Well, so
It's not pleasant.
I'm still saying no sleeping on the watch in this place.
None of that. But there are so many of us now, so we'll have such short watches.
Give me your resting
Or double people.
Yeah, maybe we should double it up.
Yeah,
probably a good idea, actually.
I'm happy to double up. One, I'm not that tired.
Oh, yeah.
Two, the chances of us being in our armor.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should split it up, our watches.
Yeah.
At least
I think
one
it's
of
probably
us.
best if maybe, just because the two of you don't traditionally have dark vision. I know that we technically get 24 hours because of the potions.
Yeah.
But if we split up,
I still
one of each of you.
Also, we are
Meg
underground,
with
so
Arquetta or Bramok and Leon with another one, and then
Yeah,
Asik
sure.
and Claudia.
that sounds good to me.
Moonsong on another.
All right. Chris,
Something
we
like that.
have, I guess, double watches.
For my nature check, I wanna kind of do something specific. Can I, in my, ritual, carving the symbols I've come to associate with Cernia, with my spear, can I try? Okay, so I'm gonna try like draw a big spider in the dust, basically. Draw a spear next to it, and then draw a cross through the spider, and I'm gonna be like, right. Well, I'm not really sure how to symbolize this, so I'm gonna use my words, even though there might be a communication thing. I'm sorry. My question is, will it be bad? Should we kill this ancient spider that might be the mother of all spiders, would that be a terrible issue for you? I mean, I know the world is at stake here, so I think it might be a sacrifice necessary, but if I can
Give me
have
a
it, I
nature check.
would want your input. Okay.
Do the nature check.
I'm looking at like my weapon attack rules. It's kind of looks not right. I've been attacking higher. I should be this whole time. That can't be.
Uh-oh. You don't do that often,
You
though.
would
So
do
it's
that in
fine.
this campaign.
What is your to hit bonus right now?
26.
Minus
You have a plus
22.
2, right?
I have a +2.
So level is 11. Your expert proficiency. Are you master now?
Well, it says I have
It's probably
+2
gone
to I master. It says I
Oh,
have
so
+2
that's another
temporary.
6.
But no, it's got a +1 to temporary. I'm like, why do I have a +1 temporary? That doesn't seem
Oh, you have
right.
plus
Plus
1
one
from
temporary is from the
ASIC.
previous day from ASIC's crafting check.
But that was the second one from.
I don't know. Let me see if I have it. But it seems really high. Let me see what I've had last time.
It's like I'm pretty sure you should have like
Does raging give you plus to hit? No, it gives you
No, it
damage.
gives you damage.
Okay, I don't know. I'll just delete that and see if I ever remember why that's so.
because technically, like realistically, what should stand between us is
Yeah, are you master?
just you are a master, I think, right? Or
I should
you
have
maybe
2 high up.
legendary. Yeah, and I have plus 23.
So why do you
I
have
only have plus 22.
How do you have plus 23?
I have a plus 1 temporary as well, apparently. Maybe it's because I didn't remove it.
Guys.
Crafting. It's so hard to remember when you put stuff in when sessions go like one fight might go multiple sessions.
Alright, well, that's, I'll see if I can figure out why I did that.
Back as healer's gloves, hilarious.
Yeah, I use
Well,
one
they.
time.
Yeah.
All the time says.
Yeah, but you can heal without taking your arms off the sword. It's fucking nuts. Remember we talked about it. Doesn't make any sense, but it's a thing.
Okay, yeah, you get a vague sense of sadness, Leon. But nothing really specific.
Finally, I'll ignore that.
Okay.
It's a fucking warm, man. I'm like
Got
sweating just sitting.
crafting,
Good.
got
I know,
stealth.
right? I'm gonna die.
It's very nice in here.
Kill me.
And it's only June,
Very
like,
nice. Is it?
Dude, I'm just sweating.
like
Only
actually,
like 19 here. Yes.
like 26, and like this fucking wall is so bright behind me. Like the fucking
Yeah, I suppose. I want window open, but maybe it's actually worth. Alright. Chris, can I spend my time playing really heavy on the ground? Can I kind of scout out the ledge and look see if I can find like a way down that I think would be safest in the morning? Like athletics or something? Like
Yeah,
climbing?
sure.
Nice. Oh baby. I found the staircase, guys.
Oh, you're scouting it with athletics, not like find a way that you're going to
Scouting
climb
it
down
with
with athletics. Okay.
My perception's better if you well, it's exactly the same actually.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Actually no, it's better. No, it's worse, I'm lying. It's -3. I keep lying.
That's a liar.
Such a lie.
I mean, you look around a bit. You more or less ascertain that it's climbable.
Okay.
But none of it really stands out. I mean, there's bits where it's easier, but like it's a long way down, and like eventually, if you find like an easy bit at the top,
So it's not
it
going to
doesn't
be an easy
immediately-
way.
Yeah, you don't really find. You definitely ascertain that it's doable.
That's nice. That's nice.
And like you even like clear out the first like 10 or 15 feet or so and get it, get like the bit where you've decided you'll go, but like there's almost no sort of end to the descent. And then the night happens, and people double up on their watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have temporary, and you're not very good about not. I'm very confused.
Nothing attacks you guys during the night.
Don't know why
But
you
during
say it
your
like that.
watches, you do see, everyone will see at various points, this vast open space out to the side of you, into which you'll sort of descend tomorrow. Looking up, looking down, looking out, you can see more of the huge spider that you fought during the day. Sometimes moving in pairs, sometimes even moving in larger groups. And they move through the space like they're crawling through the air.
like as if they were walking on invisible webs. And they're sort of like constantly crisscrossing back and forwards, up and down, through this whole space. You only see maybe a couple of them an hour or so overall at the night. Like they're not constantly there, but everyone would definitely see like them moving around at points out there.
Dude, I figured out I'm not a cheater. It was when I resurrected, I got the critical success and I got the +1 to attack rolls per week.
You did. That
Nice.
And
Well, it's been
Not
a
a
week since
cheater.
you were resurrected.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
doubt it.
Yeah, we did
Was
a
it?
week of down. Oh no, that was
No, we
before.
didn't.
Yeah, you
No, we
traveled
didn't.
for a week.
We traveled for a whole week. It must have
Since
just
the
been a week,
resurrection.
right? Just really?
Yeah.
Man, time passes by fast, huh?
Ah, well. I'm sure it's only just been over a week.
Do we
Yeah,
think
no,
this
it was exactly 1 week from then.
Oh, well, exactly a week.
Perfect timing.
So now it's ended. It's gonna check.
It just lasted longer on Beck because he's so badass, you know?
Yeah, so now you have +24, is that correct?
Oh yeah, but luckily the crafting makes it +5.
One second.
Do we think the spiders like didn't see us or ignored us?
Oh yeah.
Were they
I mean, we're
far
not that
away?
stealthy,
I
right?
think it's probably both. Like some saw us and ignored us, some didn't.
Makes sense. I can believe it. I can believe it.
Okay, question I don't really want to ask. You say we climb down this wall.
Oh yeah.
Do we climb up ever? Like it's pretty steep.
We climb up ever.
Sure,
It's
it's going to be a
strange.
lot harder to climb up than to get
Yeah,
down.
Yeah, I consider it. Like, it's weird, right? Because this is like, they technically had no way to know, like, the time, but it's like, seems to be tied to location. But it's only so showing them going one way, it's not like showing them coming back out again.
For sure, we
Oh,
need to then. Cloudy can fly.
Oh, yeah,
Well, at
let's
least
forget that.
someone
Very
made
useful.
it out, because otherwise, and I point to your little talisman or whatever, like that wouldn't have made it out.
Fair, yeah. I'm assuming your guy was successful. Please here.
But maybe he did go full Beowulf.
What does
He
that mean?
kills the dragon, but then he died
No,
from wounds.
I've heard of Varnak. He did loads of stuff afterwards as well.
Okay.
Did his companions do a lot of stuff afterwards as well?
Wow, it's his horde did. I don't know. He didn't have like a second in command that I've heard about at least.
Question.
Okay.
I haven't heard about any of his second in commands, but I'll make sure your stories live on. Don't you worry. Kind of nudge you friendly.
It's funny. I've never heard about anyone who traveled almost as if they were entirely expendable and rotated through many hundreds of them all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not acid.
Sounds
You're
about
not.
right.
I barely know the meaning of the word expendable.
He's like, you're not expendable. Acid. Yeah.
That's your name. Yeah. I remember.
Called him by the wrong name.
Let's hope there's a different way out of there, I suppose.
Yeah, that would be right. I'm sure that
We'll
will
find a way out.
Yeah, I
No,
mean, so far.
I'm sure we could. It'd be difficult, but we could make it back up.
Yeah, we can fly.
Let's focus on the way in for now.
Sure thing, Peter.
Did you? I mean, assuming you guys saw the spiders during the night. Yeah. They looked like they were traveling across like invisible webs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think our
We gotta just believe.
travel might be interrupted by being caught in those webs? So should we be careful? Maybe have torches ready. I don't know.
That's actually an interesting idea. Is like if we were to set a light to the webs.
They would have to notice us afterwards.
True. But they'd have a pretty massive fire to worry about.
Yeah, yes, it's true.
Or we just.
That is one thing, at least in the real world, spider web is insanely flammable.
Yeah,
It almost explodes, right?
Yep.
I mean, we could try with the web on the ground here, right, and see what it.
Well, if it's connected.
Yeah.
We could also, if that's maybe a bit too drastic, just have our weapons ready, slash in front of us. That's tiring, but at least you won't get caught. What a surprise.
It's also true.
I could make you an eagle eye vision elixir to see if maybe you can spot them afterwards.
It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I like to trust my eyes the best I can. Eagle eye.
Will it combine with the ones that make us see in the dark?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a mutagen, only mutagen.
No, Beck doesn't know this. Seems they both
Oh
touch
yeah,
eyes,
I,
right?
now yeah, I was set to like.
I know. Obviously, I know it as a player, duh. But you know.
I don't.
Alright. Well, I guess let's go climbing.
Okay, yeah, you guys begin.
Technically, we do like. ASIC does make our little grocery list of items each night, right?
What was our grocery list last night?
Vision elixirs?
Well, like remember how we sent him the list of all the things we wanted us to make during the downtime, and then he can technically make more each night.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
always
not
had,
that
like, a
much.
regular.
That was the bake list for the 8 days or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fill it up. Put it to max on healing potions every night before you go to bed. You know, put it on to make it.
Yeah, I'm doing that and the dark visions
Nice.
for
No
the few of
use.
us.
We're gonna have hundreds.
Unless we decide.
So then I
something
have
else.
one. I only have one greater eagle eye elixir left. Okay.
Unless you ask for more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good. Okay, you can get another one then. We have one fewer elixir of life. We'll be fine, I'm sure. God damn it, this is awful.
Got a fan.
It's like I'm like fucking ugh.
Dude, if Chris lets us, alright, let's we can make it down. We can make it down.
We can make it down.
Okay, wait. Back first. I'll be behind.
Yeah, you don't want me to go first in case I fall. I don't want you guys. I don't want you guys' head. You're gonna be going down.
Are we just like climbing down? No ropes, no nothing.
It's not that steep.
Okay.
In case
It
we
is
had
going
a
to be
difficult fall.
athletics. Is this an occasion for follow the expert? It might be.
Is it? How does that work?
Well, choosing attempting a recurring skill check while exploring, such as climbing or performing a different tactical, blah, blah, blah. Ally must be at least an expert in athletics, which you are, I think, and willing to provide assistance. While following expert, you match their tactic or attempt similar checks. Thanks to Ally's assistance, you can add your level as a proficiency bonus to the associated skill, even if you're untrained. In addition, you gain a circumstance bonus to your check based on your ally's proficiency, +2 for expert, +3 for master, +4 for legendary. Sorry, what are you in?
I'm a master.
In master. Okay, so it's going to be level +3 if you are unproficient in athletics. Basically, everyone who's following Beck has a minimum proficiency bonus on their athletics of 14. Yeah. So if you were originally only trained, you get like I guess a +1 on this. And if you were untrained, you get a +14.
So I'm like, all right. So you just have to hold.
No
You have to hold on to the wall really hard, and then you don't fall off. And then you slowly lower yourself using all your weight on that one arm, and then grab to get a new place.
Everyone make
sword training. The pointy end goes into the other man.
Everyone make athletics checks then, and we'll figure out how the follow the expert filters in if we need to.
No, Pomlock. No. That's not how I said.
Well, here's the problem: is my natural bonus is higher than your.
Yeah, even worse.
Yeah,
you natural P isn't what you.
Oh gosh.
I think I will.
Moon Songs is actually higher than that, right? You don't have any strength.
So Bex is what it says. Leon's is what it says. Asics is what it says.
I'm only trained, so it would be +1, right? You said?
It says +18 for you. Oh, it's your strength. That's factoring in your strength. That's what it's doing. Yeah. Okay, it'd be +1, so it'd be 26 for you. Bromok, you are. What do you? It'd be 1 higher, right?
I'm trained, so it'd be +1.
So yeah, it'd be 21, and Moon Song would be
way higher.
Way higher. I don't know what's your strength, Moon Song?
Untrained, so it'd be +3.
I'm
because it has a +11,
10,
so just a
strength.
level.
10 strength. Okay.
Yeah, that's just level at the moment. Okay, so it'd be 3 higher than that. Okay. Yeah. So we got 28, 21, 32, 20.
You could have all gone in the bag holding, and I could have just climbed down.
That's actually super valid point.
But you know,
of course, I got it.
I touted to Pollock as you fall past me.
That's a great idea.
I don't even have an athletics button for, so I guess I just do this and add for. What do we say? 14.
Do a strat D20. Oh my god, Greybird is so good.
It's
So
a
that-
natural 19.
36.
14,
She's
so
pretty
she's
good.
she follows the expert exactly as the expert does.
She's like, oh, you do it just like that, yeah.
And Arquetta has decent athletics as well. I'm sure she's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy. Claudia?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Cats
Eat
can
my
be fine,
party, a
but
lot of checks.
easier for a cat.
Yeah, of course. And they would land on their feet. And they don't
Pretty
take full damage as well.
decent.
I know how cats
Oh,
work.
natural 2 though. Oof.
Okay. Claudia. Good thing cats don't take full damage.
I mean, they do.
No, no.
Don't take full damage.
Not in
They
real
just
life.
negate a little bit.
Okay, so
I have the same thing, technically.
That's good.
so you guys start making your way down, slowly, methodically, carefully, trying to follow Beck's example. But after a couple of minutes, something happens. Whether it's her size and weight, it just isn't like it's too much pressure on the slope.
Come on.
But suddenly Claudia loses her footing at the back and is like sliding down on all fours, like rocks and web and
Oh,
stuff.
Claudia, no!
A scree sliding out of the way, and as she's sliding past the party, it's sort of rumbling and loosens everyone's hold. Arquetta, Greybird, Beck, and Asic, yeah,
a new party.
managed to keep their position. But the other three lose their own hold as Claudia slides past, disturbing their footing. And it within a second, the whole group of everyone who's sliding is sliding away ahead of the party, going it's not crazy fast, sliding at a rate of probably 15 or 20 feet around, but it's faster than you guys were climbing, and it's uncontrolled. And
Because I let go to go with them.
Sliding away in one group, and no one seems to be able to really stop themselves because all the ground around them is kind of sliding too.
I let go.
You let go.
Yeah.
You let go to slide with them. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone else letting go?
Come on.
I have a question. Can I link this up and shield surf?
Ooh.
You
have a shield?
I do. I've had shield since literally the first session. It's just always been on my back because I use a bow.
Yeah, it's not gonna make a huge difference. It'll make the
Why
whole
do you
thing
have
a
shield?
bit more comfortable. But you can kind of wrestle your shield underneath yourself, so you're not bouncing on quite so many sharp corners of.
Can I do it on my
stuff.
sword? It's a really big sword.
It's just like a surfboard. It's like snowboarding down on your sword.
Oh my god! I thought that
Okay, as Beck starts sliding away, Arquetta and Bromox obviously always Arquetta does the same, and after a moment, Greybird also starts sliding after.
Yeah, sick. Join the party.
Tiny rat, can I just run down? Because
Yeah, turning into a tiny rat might help here. I mean, it might also cause you to be squashed by a rock the size of a football that otherwise wouldn't have hurt you. But
Nah, then you do revert back to your normal form, right? Surely it doesn't
yeah.
You die in that form, you die for you.
Sure. I'll turn into a tiny rat and then.
You turn into a tiny rat and you're leaping from rock to rock as you slide down. Okay, so is the whole party now sliding down?
Yeah,
I think
baby.
it is, right? Yeah.
Sounds like
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So you guys
we
are
say
kind of
I'm
stretched out over a convoy 35 feet long in various points because people sort of hesitated and stuff. But yeah, everyone is just kind of sliding down at a rate of about 20 feet around.
This is faster, I will admit it, Claudia.
For the picture, when you're on the right.
Yeah. Whee! I put my sword up in the air, waving it.
Well, yeah, it's faster, and at first it seems like there's a convenience, except you realize that as you're going, you're sort of churning up more and more of the slope to be rolling and sliding with you. And it's not a problem right now because you're all kind of moving together, but you do sort of start wondering about what's going to happen when you get to where you're going.
I don't worry about that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind
Is there a way for me to
It'll be fine.
catch up to
Actually,
Claudia and jump on
attempting
her?
to get my the grappling hook and anything from my climbing kit, all that kind of stuff to try to.
Okay, so as you're slightly trying to get tools out, Leon, you're lying flat to go faster to catch up with Claudia.
Yeah, I'm imagining the only reason I failed these is because I'm trying to run after my cat. Wait, Claudia, wait. And then I start sliding with her.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. It's you guys are sliding for a few minutes here. You guys, manage to reposition, get things out and stuff. But eventually, after a few minutes, you can see the slope seems to kind of disappear in front of you.
Oh,
it
dude, it's
just-
like
it
Toy
drops-
Story.
It drops away.
Into like
And you can see,
nothingness?
the rocks that are bouncing ahead of you are kind of like bouncing and bouncing along. There's out into open space and just dropping.
Alright.
I wish to activate
It's
while
Toy
I'm
Story.
Claudia
It's Toy Story.
the Barding of the Zephyr and make her fly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, you activate the barding of the Zephyr on Claudia, manage to haul yourself onto her back and take off out of the sort of like slow landslide that everyone's sort of wrapped up in.
Any sort of physical back to it? Like, are we on like this stuff? That's like it is still physical. Like, there's got to be some physical back, that we're on, right? Like, do we have any idea at least like how thick this like level of screen gravel is?
It seems like rock over rock over. Like it's like it doesn't seem like the back is anywhere close. You are really just kind of like climbing down a big sort of like crumbling slope of rubble.
Okay. And it's just complete nothingness. Okay. I mean,
Well, you can't see how far the drop is from your position.
but I see like
That's
another
the point.
side.
Well, as you get closer, and it's sort of like you're sort of panicking, thinking about what to do, how far is it going to fall, you start to see an arrangement of kind of columns, or almost platforms. Like this far side of kind of comes into view, arranged out in the open space, it's a really tall fingers of rock that arise from like the bottom of this deep underground trench or well or whatever it is, and kind of rising into the darkness like columns next to each other with flat tops. And no, you don't really have much time to kind of consider them before the group of you, one by one, obviously whoever's in front is going first, find yourself sliding off the edge of the tumbling sliding scree slope, falling about 20-25 feet or so to the top of a flat surface. Now Leon is riding around on Claudia.
That sounds like it would hurt.
Leon
Can I
over
try
there.
and intercept Greybird?
Yeah, you can try and catch one person. Give me an athletics check to catch Greybird.
I tried to jump from the screen onto the platform as like I fall.
Sure, yeah, you can try and like catch yourself better and like land on your feet as you're sort of going. Yeah, let me move everyone to the map at this point.
And I tried to acrobatics catfall my way, so I land and roll.
So these are about 20 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Why does everyone has a token look so like blue?
Leon, you managed to successfully like catch Greybird out of the air. But the other five. Wait, have I missed someone? No, I haven't.
She was the least likely to have something.
Tumble and land. It's not that terribly hard of a landing. Actually, it's kind of like weirdly sort of soft and webby and stuff like. I mean, it's still difficult terrain and it's sort of a webby kind of rocky ground like the whole vault has been so far. I know, sorry, on this map it kind of looks like a flat. So
it looks lovely.
But yeah, it's like it's quite a soft land. It's not quite like landing on a trampoline, but it's sort of like landing on a mattress. You don't sort of bounce high off it, but it definitely deadens a lot of the fall. So no one really is hurt by the fall damage.
I just want it to be known
It's
that I
completely
treat them,
okay.
the falls if they're 50 feet shorter.
Yeah, you're completely okay. I mean, you just like
So I
land
land on my
kind of like
feet
on your feet.
Yeah.
But what does hurt is there's like
The
quite
rocks.
a lot of like rocks and stuff that are all rolling with you. Some of which sort of shower out past like the platforms and sort of tinkle away down into the nothingness below. But many of them are sort of like bouncing all around you guys. So the 5 on the platform, I need reflex saving throws to avoid the shower of rocks as best you can.
Dude, this is like a perfect bulwark effect from like plate armor. It's like just hitting me instead. It's so thematic.
Bulwark
Oh,
counts.
Arcana, Jesus.
I'm gonna use...
My reflex is still fucking terrible. Though.
Yeah. My rolls are terrible, so I even used the hero point and I still only got a 30.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arquetta critically succeeds, Asset critically succeeds, Beck critically succeeds.
Oh, baby.
So you guys all take nothing.
Skid the
I knew I
rocks
could say
Robert
I
and
trust you.
Moonsong, you succeed but do not critically succeed, so you take half of the... it's a relatively small amount of damage, so...
When
Well,
you
if I gain a success, I get a critical success.
Okay, yeah, so you actually... with your
we all
success,
look
fine.
at Moonsong.
And Moonsong... Actually, I don't know how much damage resistance against physical you have, Moonsong, but you take 6 damage after the...
I take
after the halving.
nothing.
So yeah, so okay. So like a large rock just
Well
like
done, team.
passes like straight through Moonsong's head,
Oh,
like a ghost going through, and like Moonsong's head like pops back up, like fine.
I like look around, kind of amazed that we're all like unscathed after this, and I'm like,
Right.
wow.
And like for another 30 seconds or so, there's still like rocks cascading, but it kind of slows down and eventually stops.
I don't think that's how they did it in the olden days, but I mean, clearly we're even better than that.
Apologies.
You funny. You say that, and you check the mirror, and like as you look in the mirror, you see Arnak and his people all land in a very similar manner to what you just did.
Do they all take no damage as well? They're like busted.
They all managed to like shield themselves.
Oh, I guess we are.
How many fall into the caverns?
Huge boulder in half at the end.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how many of theirs fall through the cracks on the caverns?
Everyone seems to like conveniently fall
Okay.
onto the same place that you guys are playing.
This map gives me Baldur's Gate 3 vibes with the
Yeah.
spiders.
That spider level.
I don't see the map.
You don't see the map.
Yeah, I'm still on the the.
I see the map.
Interesting.
Maybe I.
But the lighting's kind of funny. Like everyone else is kind of dim.
I'll
and I'm
reload
just,
the
like,
page.
really
Maybe
bright.
it's just fucked by
It
that.
looks totally normal for me.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Everyone else is so dim looking.
That's
And
because
I
they're
look
not
like-
stand. That's there's only dim light from these.
But my token is so vibrant.
Well, that's what your token looks like. I think your
Yeah,
token just always looks like
dark
that to yourself.
Yeah, here it goes. Cool.
I mean, technically, he has dark vision, right now, because
Nothing's dim to me. Nothing's dim.
Oh, good man.
All right, because if I look back up, is there like what's happening up there though? Like, is there still like?
So looking back at this slope that you've come down, you get more of a sense for the kind of shape of it. It's got a kind of, it's like a very kind of shallow, the bowl shaped, like the whole like 100-foot wide width of this thing that you've just slid down. It seems like it would kind of where down that you were sliding would naturally funnel you towards more or less this location. You don't know if that's like deliberate. It doesn't really look like it was designed. It looks like natural formations. But
maybe it's with the bottoms.
But these are wooden bridges?
Yes, there are wooden bridges that seem absolutely ancient that have been constructed.
That's still in the middle
through here. Yeah, they're in a mirror as well. And yeah, so you're looking back up, and yeah, it's so you got this huge like slope sliding away from you, and from the bottom of it, it's kind of so where like you would go once you finish sliding down is like a flat cliff face.
Yeah,
maybe 5 or 10 feet like off the side of the map that way going down, and like looking out the other ways, it's still like darkness more or less as far as you feel like you're sort of like in an almost
we can see
void.
We can see forever, right? Like
well, you can see forever in the sense that like you can make out, if you can see well enough to make out detail, there's no limit to how far, but like if something's so far away, you kind of, the wall would, even if you are seeing the far wall, it just kind of looks like blackness to you. There's like no details or anything you can make out from it.
And if I look down over the side,
it seems it sort of drops away further than you can see. Yeah.
Oh, look, you kind of hover like 10 feet off the ground.
10 push means I'm over. No, I don't.
This is interesting.
Yeah, this is. I kind of look around a bit apprehensive. Felt kind of like we've been placed here by some, like, almighty hand of God in a way.
Yeah.
Whatever
Maybe
creature lives, you definitely heard this though.
Oh yeah, I think we better move quick. I quickly, pull out the mirror, see if it shows where they go.
Yeah, you pull out the mirror, see what they're up to. They take like a minute or two to kind of like, as you guys have to like dust themselves off, like check out they've still got everyone, check no one's wounded. And then you can see them discussing something for another minute or so.
We got to discuss something.
It seems like the others are doing most of the talking, and Arne's kind of like listening and weighing the various opinions that people are giving. He's kind of he's sort of yelling at there, like, listening, and eventually he seems to kind of agree to someone. You can't hear any of you can't hear any of the words of what's being said. And then you see Arneg straighten up, pull himself up to his full height.
I do the same.
And walk across this bridge to the center of the sort of whole area over there. And then you see him kind of like straighten up, put his chest out, open his mouth, and like you get the sense that he's bellowing. He's yelling. In fact, you can't hear anything. It's completely only visual from the mirror, but like the image is almost vibrating, like with the shimmering slightly with the force of his like roar. into the air.
I'm like, alright, I think maybe
And it
this
seems
is.
to go on for like a good 10 or 15
I
seconds.
kind of turned back to others. I'm like, I think this is where he's like shouting to challenge the spider. Maybe if I'm right, he's really fucking shouting at some shit. Do I just do that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
well,
Yes,
Everyone be
that's
ready.
one way to go about it.
Put my
neither
sword
of
in like
us-
both hands, puff out my chest, piss it on, and I'll go on you. I'm not gonna
Can I
shout.
quickly see
because
if I have any elixirs that I need to chug real
I'm like,
quick?
yeah, maybe I should chug something. Let me see.
I'll
Nah, but
chug a
nothing-
Juggernaut elixir.
Yeah, you're right. That's good. Yeah, I got 2 of those. I'll also chug a greater juggernaut in this. Wait, do I want to chug that? What's it do?
30 temporary hit points.
30? But when I rage, I get like 15 anyway. Does it do anything else? Oh, I didn't like the description.
This is for the save, but
What
already
does the
has
greater bestial one do? That do anything cool?
I'll also chug a Cheetah's elixir.
Man, everyone's chugging so much.
Go big.
I mean, if they guild the spider, then you bellowing won't really do much, but we'll see.
Alright. Yeah, I puff on my chest and I'm like, I come in the name of Anak the Mighty to defeat the spider who we slew in the old times. Come if you not be afraid of facing the might of Beck the also mighty. And I beat my chest.
Okay, yeah, after the kind of, I mean, you guys know what it's like being real. When you find yourself in a large cavernous space, there's a sort of subconscious impulse to whisper, in a church or talk quietly.
Yeah.
So you guys, without really realizing it, this whole time you've been kind of in this space, you've kind of been talking, in hushed tones to each other, a bit below. And the force of Beck's mighty bellow is alarming and startling in the relative quiet that was here before. It seems to echo through the space, even though that you can't really, you don't feel like the surface is right there for it to echo off. And it seems to echo down among the pillars that you're standing on, and then back up after a few seconds. You sort of hear a resurgence in the sound of it, and it sort of rises past you and up into the space, and slowly dies away. And looking around nervously. At that point, you spot a couple of the deep crawlers that you guys have seen so far, making their way out of the darkness towards you. Again, crawling along as those sort of invisible webs on the air. And we'll roll initiative as they approach. But as we roll initiative, you also become aware. Beck and Leon and Claudia, assuming you're landed, you feel.
No.
The column that you're standing on sort of vibrating and shaking as if with the passage of many, like a large company of creatures.
Dude, these are all the
Maybe
spiders.
one really big thing with lots of feet.
Dude, this is
Who
its
can
legs.
say?
All of these pillars are actually its legs and it's upside down. We're standing on the bottom of their toes.
That's gonna be
So some of these guys
No,
are
that'll
off the
be
map, so let me
insane.
get one over here. They're
full shadow the Colossus.
they're
Right.
coming through the air, so they're sort of 50 feet off the map in either way, but they are sort of coming towards you guys.
How long did this thing? Do you remember how long this thing we put on my shoulder last for? Is it a minute when I activate it, or is it depend on what it is, or?
I think it says in the thing, but I think it's kind of long.
It says, I think it's an hour, but check.
Wait, do you mean it says in what thing? No, I'm talking about the thing on my shoulder, not like the. Oh, you mean
Well,
it says in the
on the
alchemist thing?
on the
Oh,
extractor
okay.
page, like the thing you
That
create
makes
lasts
sense,
an
I
hour.
guess.
Pretty
Ooh,
sure.
really Quicksilver, I like that. Oh, that's so good. Plus 3 to attack rules. Oh. Wait a second.
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
I just realized this thing about creating Quicksilver mutagen. It definitely would have affected my single. It's an item bonus, so it doesn't stack with weapon item bonuses. Right?
Are rune bonuses, item bonuses?
I believe so, right? No, what other bonuses would they be?
There
Oh,
again.
yeah,
So
attack,
there
it's a +1
there
item
are
bonus,
two
yeah.
different sections for them, aren't there?
Yeah, but it is item bonus. Attacks with weapon potency rune. Attacks with this weapon gain a +1 item bonus. So,
Man,
yeah,
that would have made that fight against other things.
yeah, item bonus doesn't stack with weapons. Good catch. Wow, fucking Pathfinder 2E, huh?
So
Wait,
change
what a
this
crazy
to-
system.
Man, so I would have had
a
-2 to hit
one-
with Eve whenever I was in that fight at the end.
Ten.
Wouldn't have mattered, I'm sure. Wouldn't have mattered.
Wait,
So
what
really
does-
don't gives me a +1
Yeah.
to attack.
Yeah. Might still be worth +1, but not even that
I mean,
bad.
but again, it's a -2 on fortitude against
Yeah.
creatures that cause a lot of fortitude.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, wait, so we've all initiative with something like this?
Yes.
That's-
Okay, yeah, I just won't do it then. I actually don't think it's worth it.
Dude, I like how I took breath control just for this shout, by the way. That's why I took this. It wasn't for like the actual effects, it was just like a shout.
You don't want it
really
to be
loud.
interrupted by like having to breathe again, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, fuck that.
sign of weakness.
Ooh, pretty slow though.
Ooh.
Let me another drink before I die.
Net perception for everyone for sure. Is that correct,
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go.
Oh baby.
Oh baby, I love you.
Bathroom, uno momento.
Guess I'll go get some coffee then.
Wait, everyone left. Oh, dude, that's a big. Is that bigger than the? No, it's not bigger than the other ones. That
No.
seems. It just look big on this map. So that's fair. And this happened a lot faster than I thought it would. It could be glitching.
Gotta get back to the above ground as well, you know.
Sure.
Stay.
Gotta live it well, though, you know.
Could have grinded some more XP to get level 12 before we did this, maybe.
Yeah.
For what?
Just saying, could this happened fast and we didn't have time to grind XP before it.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
we
You
were-
had 11 levels to grind experience before this.
But this is what it's all leading up to.
How we're still like 400 something XP off, right?
300. Right, no, we're going to level 12, so 400. It's not the level 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So almost 400.
But, like, if we win this, we get like 1 billion XP.
Right.
Right.
Or is it one of the situations where, sure, we could have grinded our way to level 12, but then the encounter would have been just.
It would have made it an elite monster. Yeah.
So then it's a trade-off of what do we get at level 12 that would make it worth it?
Oh, baby. I don't know.
For me, it's a ranger feat and a skill feat. So
Yeah, it's nothing actually very much level 12. Level 11's nice, but you get like +2 AC.
yeah, 11 was a huge one.
Level 13.
is really big.
Legendary? Oh.
Yeah, weapon mastery for me. is
Legendary.
Weapon
Stay at that.
legends.
2 behind you on to attack at minimum.
Yeah. Fighters, baby. Man, fighters get evasion eventually? I did not realize.
Yeah, and your weapon specialization will go up, right? Because it's 5 for legendary.
Yeah. Well, no, 4. 4.
4. Okay. That's nice.
Yeah. Level 15, it goes up to +8 if you're legendary.
Jesus.
But you know, that's a long way.
Crazy.
Alright, Chris, kill us. We're ready.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, combat begins. Bromok, you are the first to act.
these things that I've drawn, they're an additional 50 feet further off the map than they are positioned. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put them.
Yeah.
No, I'll just leave them where they are. I'll just say they're 50 feet further back.
I definitely get a cool hero point over my speech roll. We don't get those in this campaign.
You just get 2
I
at the start.
do,
Not always.
Yeah,
Oh, we
always.
do always? That's a new
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Unpray the
Yeah.
one. Actually, I guess I'll unpray this one. It's closer, even though they're both technically 50 feet away.
Sure.
But don't matter to me. And then
It don't matter.
pew 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 pew.
Like mother, like daughter.
Actually, okay. I changed my mind slightly.
Wow.
About one thing. They're not 50 feet away.
At 500.
Okay.
They are.
Chris is reading the range no attacks. You can't do that.
Oh,
Chris.
that's
That's-
the wrong
Yep.
thing. No, I'm reading their speeds. They can just be where they are in one movement.
Oh, okay.
That's what's convenient. Their speeds, I think, 40. Yeah, okay. So they're 40 feet away, further back than they are rather than 50.
And to us, they're just like in midair.
Yeah. They look like
Cool.
they look like they're either crawling on invisible webs, or I mean, there's a similarity. You guys have seen the airwalk spell cast like a few times. It looks a lot like they're airwalking as well.
That's good.
Okay. Because like when I was flying around, I didn't feel any webs, right?
No, you didn't. You'd like, and you were careful 'cause you were worried they might be there, but you didn't sort of
Yeah.
fly into any invisible webs or
I
anything.
think they are flat-footed to me because they haven't acted in combat yet.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's only if you
then-
roll stealth or.
Oh
sad.
shit.
Sad.
Feels
Yeah.
sad.
Sorry.
So that's your
Alright,
first
where is
arrow. It
that?
ducks out of the way of
That's
your
fine.
first arrow.
Can you read that again? I can never remember what it's actually called.
Sounds like
Surprise
surprise attack.
Yeah. First round combat if you roll deception or stealth for an
Deception. Ooh.
Yeah.
Should know.
Well, if you shoot Bromok. Oh, if you shoot back in the back, then rolling with deception makes sense.
35, the last attack.
35 on the last attack. That one definitely makes contact.
Alrighty. For 16.
16. Yep. Sinks in. Meanwhile, up here, use its first action to move to where it is now. Still
use
moving through the air, but we'll just say it's level with the tops of the thing. So I have to think about three-dimensional space. And then it, looking towards the group. Oh, Graven, she's not there. She was with wherever you are, Leon. I guess you probably would have got off Claudia by now, so she's off Claudia. But she would have been wherever you landed with her. This one, yeah, moves this close, pauses in the air, raises its front legs, waving them like towards the group of you, and its eyes flash.
Oh.
And Bromok, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As a force assails your mind.
I got the rolls.
Maybe
on
hero
anything.
points, you know. Maybe.
I mean, sure.
It's up
Yeah,
to
no,
you.
combat
It's a
vision.
little spook. We'll say it's always spook me.
Big
Imagine making
difference.
Josh re-roll that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, why would I make you reroll?
Oh, don't worry about it, Jack.
Don't worry about it.
It's not going to last long enough.
You feel a strange cloud descend over your mind, Bromok, and you become confused.
I know how that works.
And you think it might last for a minute.
I know how that works.
That's stunned. Where's confused? I'm sure I've got a nice little.
Yeah, I was looking for it as well.
Fascinated, stupefied. Some good ones. There's one I swear which is like really obviously confused. I'm just like spotting it right now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Weird. I mean, it's here. I'm like pretty sure.
It's
It
an
is,
off.
and,
That's it, though. Maybe it's not.
It isn't Foundry, but
Oh, yeah, no, it's a question mark. There we go. There we
Oh,
go.
of course.
That makes sense.
One more. Moonsong, confusion.
Cool.
Yeah, that's its full turn though. Moonsong.
That was the top one, right?
That was the top one, yeah. Which is now where it is, whereas the other one's still 40 feet away.
Still 40 feet away, yeah. Okay. Which makes them how far away?
and how are you opposite?
Level with the tops of the platforms.
You see that? Is it like is it visible? The Bromok's kind of fucked.
Probably.
he does. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he looks like he's been sort of slapped in the face or just like woken up and he's like, who?
And we can tell the spell was cast at Bromok, like it did like a visible effect. Like is that like a ray that hit him or not really?
No, it was no ray that hit him.
Okay.
Let's check some rain resistance spells. It's been a while.
I'm sure Leon had loads of feats of snatch grab confusion, though, right? You're like a marshal. No, wait.
Leon?
You used to be a
That would
marshal,
be
right?
that's my character in the other campaign.
I used to be a
Has to snap
marshal
out
in
of
this
it.
one as
Yeah,
well.
you also used to be.
No more.
Okay, I'm gonna do just a shoot and nice. Third level searing light. That's not
Ooh.
too.
Yeah, I don't want to blow
Start,
the load.
you know, gotta start low.
Got to roll
Yeah,
better,
he
bro.
started low.
Bit
I've
too
seen
low,
that-
huh?
Looking at that attack roll, and that is what we call low.
Yeah.
Is that with? Wait, is those bonuses real? I feel like plus 20 seems low at this point.
That's real.
Plus what are we? 11 plus like
It's expert.
13, 15. Yeah, 15 from expert and then 5 from wow. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
Sad.
Yep.
You don't get the item bonuses, you know? Can be a weapon.
Little item bonus to the spell. Yep. So that like your beam
Bad roll.
burns through the air and illuminating the darkness
Action.
briefly before disappearing off.
Why is Bromok missing out?
Action.
Oh, I shouldn't
Pushing
be.
carry.
That's when I was going to take the
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just start
the
with
silver
inspire
mutagen
courage.
and
There
decided
you go.
not to.
Inspire courage.
Courage is inspired within
nerfed it
60 feet.
terribly bad.
Which hits everyone.
Nice.
Yep, that gets everyone.
Everyone's
Everyone
inspired.
is inspired.
Real question is Bromok inspired?
I'm sure we won't forget that this turn.
I'm sure I am.
Your allies, yeah, he still treats him as an ally, even if Bromok doesn't treat him as
And
an
mental
ally.
effects stacked together, right? It's not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wouldn't. The status bonus was what it wouldn't stack with.
Yeah.
I think actually one of the most recent like videos on that Pathfinder 2 channel was about who counts as an ally. Or I should have checked that before we played this, but whatever. Okay. So spell and inspire courage, Leon.
While these spiders are approaching, I'll look to back and say, "This is your day. Should I take north or south? What do you want?"
Kind of look around.
Still feeling that rumbling of something getting closer.
Yeah, the others.
Yeah, I'm impressed you can tell.
Like, go for the
North.
others. I don't know if this will. Something's coming big here, and I have a feeling maybe I'm meant to be the one to fight it. Like, if what we saw was true.
All right, I'll come back, and then I kind of turn to Greybeard real quick. Do you want to hop on, or do you want to stay here as well?
Greybird thinks about the fact she didn't actually roll onto initiative, and neither did Arketa. Well,
So she gets to go here. She delayed 2 Leon stuff.
well, let's see what she gets. You know.
Nah, making up and her not having an option, you know.
Okay, she delayed until now.
Yes.
And Arketa, perception initiative. Sure, she just rolls badly. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Oh, she should have fucked them up.
Okay, so let's just do her. I'm like, this is gonna fucking we can start her attacks relatively easily, I think.
Yeah.
But let's add Greybird
Yeah.
in at this point so that she can then, she'll get on.
Okay.
We'll just say you said if she goes before you said that before. So at her turn, she got on. She did her Sage's analysis against the spiders again. That's good enough. We know all about these Orvian deep crawlers now. Let's get that unprivate. And then with her last action, she got her weapon already to fucking use.
What?
Just
She
that
used the
start from two
aid.
hands
She used
by
the
the
aid action. Oh no, but I'd use her action. Actually, we like her
Cool.
action.
And then Leon's turn. Oh, sorry, it was going to
Okay.
be Arquetta's shots, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll hunt prey the same one you were shooting at to keep things simple.
Single target.
And simply. Is it fair to say she would have had her bow out? It probably is, right?
Yeah.
Like at this
Definitely.
point. Okay,
I was
cool.
doing a
So
lot
her
of
bow is
shouting.
out. So let's go with. She can make 2, 3, 4, 5 shots.
5 shots. Yeah.
5 shots. No, she has to hunt prey. 4 shots.
You would.
Pew.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not the best, but I see a couple of hits.
Yeah, 2 hits.
Couple of hits, yeah. Okay, cool. So we're looking at 29 from the first one, D6 persistent acid.
That how acid works?
Corrosive, right? Against D6 persistent acid. I'm pretty sure.
I believe it.
Corrosive room. Left 3.
No, it's just straight up damage. It's
And just
not
straight up acid, and is like on a critical hit, the target takes da da da. Okay,
Armor
it's
takes
armor,
damage,
yeah,
yeah.
it takes extra. Okay, cool. So it is just like D6. It's no persistent. Nice. So an extra 6, and then the final one is another 28. Cool.
extra 6, but you did 5 acid.
That's for 23. Oh yeah, and it was only 5 on the first one. Okay, so I'll take one off this. So 22. There we go. Okay, cool. That's her shot sorted. Back at the correct initiative. Great. This one.
No, Leon's turn.
Leon, yeah.
No, this one. No, Leon. Okay.
Okay, so Claudia gets a free stride or strike, but flying doesn't count as striding, right? We covered that?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So with
But
one
she could stride
action-
along the ground for free. Just if she wanted to, you could start going along here, right? Like.
That's also true. But it's difficult terrain or no?
Okay, now hang on. How
Yes.
does the barding grant her the ability to fly? Because if it's similar to airwalk, she might be able to stride.
She gains a fly speed of 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
flight
no,
speed,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, because airwalk is like you walk on the ground. Air is a solid ground.
But
Okay,
it's difficult terrain like this. But...
yeah, it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
On the ground.
So, well, for my first action, I'll give her 2 actions. One's pretty low already, and Arcata is kind of in front. Yeah, I'll fly towards this one. Bam.
Okay.
While doing this, I'll raise my shield again. And now with my final action, while, mounting this flying tiger, I will strike at the spider.
Strike at the spider.
And miss.
And indeed, yeah, the jousting exercise does not go according to plan. Now this one approaches to the perceived distance on the map and casts a very similar looking spell towards Moonsong.
Wait, did you skip my turn?
No, you went first. Like right at the beginning.
Right, but this one already.
This one you
Oh,
shot
yeah.
at it has never.
It never
the,
had a turn.
the one at the top is the one that magics you. The one over here.
Yeah.
When it acted on 37.
Mhm.
So you had your turn at 44, shooting at the one to the south. Then at 37, the one to the north confused you,
Interesting.
and now it's this one's turn.
Okay.
Which, yeah, casts the confusion towards Moonsong, who must make a wisdom or will saving throw, rather.
Of course. Oh, come on.
That's exactly what Josh
Roll
did.
better than me.
I think how many do I want to roll this? I think so. How many rolls
I
do
think
we
you have a
have?
much
Hero
better
points.
chance.
Two.
You have 2?
Yeah.
2?
The only nice thing is we're at least fairly confident that's not a critical failure, so you could always
That's
have
not
that 2 and
That's
10% chance of it becoming critical.
I don't know if we're very convinced it's not a critical failure.
That's what Josh
Yeah,
wanted,
I'm
wasn't
gonna reroll this. Oh, come on.
Oh yeah, now it's
Hero
You
points are
also-
alive.
Welcome
Hero
to
points are
Confusion Town.
alive.
Population
it?
us.
You're also confused.
I just I kind of don't have anything to fight now, so I'm just like looking around. I kind of noticed both of them. Like, it's like shout out in like I'm like
We
in
are
quite
so
an I'm like in
fucked
quite
right
an
now.
aggressive voice. I'm like Asik, snap them out of it.
And at
Literally.
this point,
Big
the
comment.
ground rumbling and heaving
Rumbling and heaving.
for you, Beck.
Mm.
An enormous shape hauls itself half up over the edge of this this pillar.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Monka.
That's a big HP bar right there.
I don't even see the HP bar.
Oh, holy shit.
That's not a vision of you.
Oh, it's on the top. Yeah, sorry, it goes full
Yeah.
out.
It's like here.
A
Okay.
Oh my God.
leviathan of an
What music am
arachnid
I suddenly hearing?
Big battle
pulls
music.
itself. Big battle. That's what you're hearing. Pulls itself up to the over the lip of this rocky pillar. To you back, it looks completely normal. You know, well, I say normal. It's a fucking huge spider. Everyone else, there's a hint of translucence about it. It doesn't look. It looks kind of ghostly or ethereal almost to you.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it seems very slow and ponderous. It hauls itself up, stares down at you, Beck, with its apparently 6, but should have 8 eyes. But that is its full turn.
On to your size. Can you
And
delete this
now
like pillar
yours.
thing, Chris? It's kind of here, just so I can see it properly.
Yeah, sure. I'll get rid of this. How this dynamic lighting is doing.
I'll shout over my shoulder.
That shit's not-
Oh, that explains it. It's a ghost spider.
What are you talking about? No, wait, Chris. So where is it at? What squares actually? It's like it's occupied.
You're
like
in your
you
square.
need to be able to reach here to hit
Here,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
So at the edge of the.
I might turn. I will roar out a challenge at it basically, and I activate the thing on my shoulder. Maybe it'll give me diplomacy with spiders.
Maybe it'll give you diplomacy with spiders. I did actually earlier figure out what I was going to have to roll, but now I forgot. So it's a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess technically we can let that work. 6, 7, 8. Yes, 10. Okay.
10.
That's a lot of. Well, no, actually, range trip. 9.
Range trip.
D 9.
The graphics looks very good on this 8-bit game.
And we get. Wow, that's.
Regeneration.
Might actually even be relevant. Amazingly, you get immunity to the confused condition.
What are the odds?
Can I transfer it to one of those? Alright. Alright, so that's a free action my turn. I mean, I'll rage. As I rage, I really try to embrace the relic, you know. If there's any more juice in there, please give me the juice.
There's any more juice in there right now, but you do.
Oh, that's a
rage.
shame. That's a shame. Oh, and you knew I wanted to be towards it, you smart boy.
Now you can reach it.
Yeah, now I can reach it, so that's one action.
Just guessing.
And how big is it, Chris? What's the size category? I want to see a triple actually working it.
It's like a special size category. It's beyond like the.
Yeah, but like no, it feels like I can trip up 2
No.
sizes. It's got.
It's more than 2 sizes larger than you.
Aww.
Sure.
Aw.
Like huge would be 1 size. Like the 4x4 would be 2 sizes. It's definitely bigger than that like 4x4 thing.
Okay.
Like way bigger.
No. There isn't, but God, it's large and it's huge, and it's gargantuan, which is 20 feet or more, Chris, or more.
This one is special.
This one is
me.
mega gargantuan.
But would you say it's a Titan, perhaps? Titan? Alright. Alright. So no knockdown. I will instead try to hit it like this. Try anything else, which is worth using. Any other cool things to activate? I guess. I'll go for the first time. That's whatever. Make sure everything's right. Was I in range for the? I was in range for the Inspired Code, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then you did the crafting yesterday. That worked. Okay. Cool. I'll call the Blackbird bonus to hit.
Oh, he's going all in. I mean, how high can it
Oh
be
my
when
fucking
it's
god!
a
Natural 2.
big fucking
You know,
spider?
I want to hit it with the first one, but I only have one.
Yeah,
hero point.
you've got to re-roll it.
No, but I only have
Although
one
the
hero
damage is
point.
shit.
Yeah, and the damage shit. Yeah, I'm not re-rolling. Fuck that. I'm
Okay,
baiting
so,
it.
hang on. How much more are we adding on to
We
this?
always start with 2 now, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
there's
used
one
one.
more.
This one.
Oh.
So okay, so it's that plus.
No, it's
3.
only the I put on the Inspired Courage and the crafting.
Okay, so it's just the plus 3.
Yeah,
from,
yeah. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's
Alright,
not that far off. It's a really fucking big thing.
Alright.
But it
Well,
does.
in that case-
it does pass by.
in that
and
case,
it
I'll attack this.
wheels
I'll
out of
attack.
the way.
In that case, I'll just take a second shot as I roar. Ooh, no, I don't. That's good. 34.
This one bites, bites
Oh,
deeply into the
okay.
the carapace across its face, dealing it a flesh wound. Yeah, you get the sense the thing's not that hard to hit, but it's quite tough.
I don't like that. Hey, that's my turn.
For that much, I mean, you're not even going to see the end of its health bar. It's not even on the screen, so you're not going to see how much it's moving yet.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while before we see any progress. Huh?
Gonna be a while.
Okay. Cool.
But what we do, we know that.
If I just roll well, baby.
Attic.
Okay,
Snap them out of it, ass.
while these two are confused, are they easier to hit?
They're flat.
Yeah, they're flat-footed. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, if you do like splash damage,
yeah, that's what's gonna ask next. Like, they always take splash damage even if I miss, right?
unless you critical fail, yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna quick alchemy a lesser thunderstone.
Hey, give them a little low damage.
Yeah,
one,
just
huh?
like
What a
this.
nice guy.
Rebump, yeah. Okay, and then throw the bomb at directional bombs. How can I hit both of them? Do I have to move?
You can just choose not to make it directional, right? You can you have the option, I think, when you use it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah, perfect then. Lesser thunderstorm. Where's my bomb button? God damn, I'm gonna die.
So I would choose
Try
to aim
the
at
Moonsong.
Moonsong.
Yeah.
Low AC Moonsong.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like the one splash damage is what
You
really.
just don't want to
Yeah, but it matters if you could miss, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, what a smack right in Moonsong's face.
Well,
So 1d4 Sonic and the splash damage.
right. Slash R D4.
So Moonsong takes D4 plus 1 and Bromop takes 1.
Dude, but it's 2 instances of damage, right? So 2 saves. Let's go.
I don't know about
So
that.
smart, so smart.
The Moonsong
No,
takes
yeah, no,
2
they
and
count
Bromop
as-
takes 1.
Hey, what a roll.
They do count at different things.
They,
Like this,
yeah,
for
they count as
distances.
separate instances because it matters for resistance and stuff, right?
Yeah, like if you did fire damage plus fire splash damage, it's not combined.
Interesting. Okay.
Each
I
time
don't
you
think
take
so.
damage from an attack or spell, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check. Let's go!
Whenever you take damage from a spell.
That is kind of
From an
instantaneous.
attack.
Oh no, we're lying, Jackie. You do add splash before applying resistances.
Yeah,
We've never done that. Have we never done that?
Wait, you add splash before
Definitely,
resistances?
I've definitely always done that because if something's
We
like
have
minus
always done
10
that.
fire, you don't like get like
You don't.
know,
We
double
don't.
double the weakness on it because you splashed it. No, we've never done that.
We don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
What do we do?
nice.
We have
One
to,
more. You get a DC 20, and if you have
No,
all
it's
above an
DC
11.
11, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, you roll a D20, yeah, for DC 11. Yeah. Oh, so they're both not confused. Oh, thank God, Asik, thank fucking God. Sick.
Yeah.
Dude, and Moonsong on balls. Let's go.
There's a Thunderstone. Moonsong evolves into a Raichu.
You also need to do a DC 17. What
Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
you could be deafened.
Yeah, fortitude check or you're deafened for one turn.
Easy 17 for.
Worth
Imagine
it.
failing this.
Oh, Moonsong could fail this. Oh.
Hey! Good job.
Nice fucking
Great.
shit, Asik.
Okay, so that was quick alchemy, throw. So you got one left.
Throw one left, and I want to move, but I'm not gonna
I
move.
mean,
far.
Greybird's also.
Karen, am
Greybird
I-
should be up with Leon, right? But she
Yes.
got on before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did. She should...
Okay, I can do what?
She's real
12
happy
feet?
about the situation.
Yeah, so half
No,
movement
she,
basically.
again, she got
Yeah.
off, I thought. Like,
she got off
she
at-
landed,
she
she
got
got
off.
off.
Got on again, though.
Then her turn last round, he was like, "You want to get back on?" He was like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I guess I'll move north.
You know, Beck didn't need any help at that point, so.
Remember, it's
Oh,
difficult
no, I-
terrain wherever you're going.
Yeah, only
Yeah, we could have
half
seen this
my-
coming.
half my range.
I thought it was,
Even
maybe a
like
few
the
rounds
bridges and
out.
stuff. It doesn't look like they're like covered in webs, but they are.
Sure.
That's
me.
Okay.
Can I for a canister, can I, shout over my left shoulder and be like, can anyone try and shoot an arrow at that thing? See if we can help back even?
No!
Alright, never mind.
Well, yeah. I mean, Beck seems very convinced, so she makes her light. She got like 5 arrows on the string at the same time. Launches them all at this fucking spider over here.
Would explain all the
Oh,
misses.
she already
3,
did
4,
that.
5.
Jesus.
More, right? That's
Love
one
that
more.
one. So one.
I know you don't think it could be one more, but it's one more.
It is one more indeed. I thought I pushed it 5 times. Maybe I think actually it's just waiting to. I was gonna roll 2 in a second, so maybe it's.
The 2
Yeah, I
hits.
did. Oh, they were both 30s. Though amazing. Okay, so yeah, we've got a miss. We've got.
Remember,
a
it's
hit.
one more actually because of Inspired Courage. If it's only
Oh
four,
shit!
hit,
And the
right?
damage. Oh, I forgot the +1 on your damage, Ian. Hang on.
Bastard.
-1 on that bad
All the
boy.
difference.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Now we see his HP bar drop.
Oh, wait, does that mean Asik did
Yeah.
1 more damage to Moonsong?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so that it's only on that one. It wouldn't add 1 to the
Yeah,
splash.
not to the
damage.
splash. I don't
Not to
think.
splash. No, no.
It would be +1 damage on Moonsong there. Alright, okay, so we've got +1. So 34 then that makes that hit, so that
Nice.
is 30 damage. Then the
We have an icon for inspired.
1 is
No.
I was just using a yellow
should.
dot. You could use that. Yellow dot I think works fine. I just didn't bother saying that everyone got it. Normally I'm like trying to remember who has it and who doesn't. Okay,
Yeah,
then
I'm wanting
that's
to remember for me.
minus
Three
28.
times once, basically.
Oh,
That
no,
one, then the
not
third one misses, 4th one a hit, and 5th
No,
one
20.
misses. No, 5th one misses, sorry.
Fifth one.
So for 27. Okay, yeah, I mean, arrow's sticking in it.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked. Yeah, they're just like machine gunning spiders down. Bromok.
I'm gonna attempt the same thing. Minus 1 arrow.
You haven't unlocked that stage yet, quite.
Yeah. I have not unlocked the speed rune.
Ooh, that is.
35 because +1 from
Yeah,
Inspire Courage.
he hits.
For 15 with Inspire Courage. And
A hammer, baby.
Oh, wait,
Striking
I-
my
That's a
hammer.
rocket hammer.
Still
I mean,
doesn't matter.
it's still a natural one, yeah, but
Yeah, if the natural one's a natural one, so.
You should get to reroll it, you know.
it's like
No.
bow shot, hammer throw, bow shot, mix it up.
Ooh,
Styling.
The hammer lies like
Confused
5
the
feet
enemy.
away.
Yeah, you're like a
Fits
cat.
well for 16.
Yeah, catch it for that last 16. Okay, so yeah, mother and son whistling that one down.
yeah.
Okay, the one up in your shit, Leon, pauses. I mean, it was running through the air, but you've come up right in front, so it's a pauses there, and it's like it's got some cool things, but like, would it do any of these?
Bite,
It's
bite,
just,
baby.
It's just no good.
Bite, bite, baby.
You try and
Big
will save me.
weaponry, you know.
Bite, bite, baby.
Bite.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Hey,
Maybe it's just
oh,
casting that.
Oh.
What does this do? These guys
Oh,
target
that's
other
interesting.
creatures of the same body. Nah, that's no good. Wouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
it didn't look very good.
That's useful. I should have like done that in the tunnel earlier. Nah, it just bites you. Here, bites.
Oh,
Nice.
by the way, I don't know if the ability or spell or whatever that the spider cast on the both Moonsong and I got hit by that confused us. But I know a lot of other ones when I was preparing some stuff for my eventual campaign are normally there's like a temporary immunity once you're cast on it. Do we have that? Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's
That's
Jessica walked away just in time to fucking see that.
Well, it's not
Take
on him. It's on the other place. It's on Greybird, right?
Nah, these are all against Leon. Leon rode up and tried to like joust with it.
Maybe
Well,
Leon.
Wow.
Ouch.
Okay. So that's 80.
And then
That
is
is
this one of those
easy.
cases where now because he critically succeeded on the hit, that means it's one step lower on whatever he rolls for his fort save? I thought that was something that happened.
Not sure.
Like when you critically succeed on something that then forces the save,
Alright,
does
critical
it?
successes with a poisoned weapon. And stage 1. Critical success on strike. Which is options are correct? It's option 1. Your critical strike doesn't affect how much the poison affects them. Didn't extra poison them. What determines whether what's a lot of saving throw they make. No, so there is apparently
Nothing.
not a
Yeah.
difference.
Cool.
So
That's
make a fortitude saving throw.
Hey, I'm all for that. I don't want him to die.
And he's back again.
80 damage is plenty.
Make a fortitude saving throw to see how much more we're talking.
Oh god.
Maybe
The poor rolls continue on
yeah,
saves.
I'll reroll this. Oh my
yeah,
poisons.
we all have pretty good saves. We keep rolling. You're bad, huh?
Inspire Courage technically hits the right, is +1 on that.
It's on
Is
Is it on
that
saves
that-
as well?
This is a fail anyway.
No, it's not on save. Only against fear effects.
You go to stage 1, so let's just be like green is poison, stage 1, which means you take 2d6 poison damage. Not 2d56, 2d6. For 5, and you are drained 1,
Oh, that's...
which is the max hit point reduction bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Hate that
Did he only go to minus 5,000?
He does go to minus 5,000.
Oops.
Back now.
Request a nope for that one, please.
He was so dead he
Oh,
came
hang
back
on.
around.
You're at 120. Didn't you get hit for 8?
Yeah, he had a lot of
Um,
temp HP.
A
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
plus
temp HP,
30
cool.
temp HP. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Easy.
And drain, that's max, is also current. I
Yeah,
don't
also
think I've gotten drain
current.
before.
Wait a second, did Greater Juggernaut not give you Force Save bonus tracker?
Oh yeah,
maybe
I actually think it
status bonus?
does.
I
How
don't know.
much fort save
I
bonus?
think it might be 3.
I think it might be 3.
Juggernauts.
It's 3. It's good news for.
It's 3, Greater Juggernaut's
Here's
plus 3.
Juggernaut.
Oh yeah.
Plus 3 item bonus. Okay, and so actually you pass. So you're not. Don't take the poison.
Oh, that's a lot,
Eh.
eh?
That's important. Thank you.
Yeah, get rid of this drained.
Oh, boy.
No stage 1 on
Did
the
you
poison.
do the
no
minus 2 to your...
2d6.
You do the minus 2 to your initiative, though?
I don't know, but I don't think it affected anything.
No,
it
I
definitely
mean,
does. Oh, whatever.
It's between two
It
people's
would have mean
turns,
the big monster would have arrived while you're still on this platform. But
no,
you know, it doesn't affect anything.
Doesn't affect
That's,
anything.
that's way too hard to like go back and fix.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah.
Where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's this one's turn.
Oops.
Just
You had
moving
plus
along.
2 randomly for flying at the time.
Yeah.
You know.
I was using Claudius. Moon Snog.
Okay, the bottom one is gonna be acting next soon, huh?
Put a coin through its face.
It's only the second round of combat, right? Yeah. Second round,
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm a bit too far for that.
I mean, not that there's any relevance to the number of round of combat there's been, but
Oh, every round, 10 more shot. No.
Okay. Just get some adjusting. Inspire Courage first. I'll reapply that.
Genius.
And then
Is Leon in range for that?
no,
Or
they're way too
Searing
far
Light.
away. over
Ah, it's
there. Way too far away.
Serving life, Cole.
The one to the south, which
Yeah.
also traces a
It's just so hard to hit with spells.
29?
burning beam through the darkness.
They're 34.
Yeah, they're 34.
yeah.
Alas.
God fucking damn it.
Great.
Bad roll.
bird. She did her successful thing
Yeah, she
last
smacked
turn,
it.
right? Yeah, she sages analysis. So yeah, she'll give this one the beatdown. It's plus 3 to hit and an extra 3d6 damage. So let's see how she goes. Plus 3 still misses.
So close.
Oh my
3
god.
still misses. Plus 3 definitely still.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so close though. It was so close. Leon.
With my first action, I'll try and use my link with Claudia to have us both make mean faces at the spider, try and intimidate it.
Ooh,
Even try and get Greybird to join in, you know.
You get to do 2 intimidation checks.
No, just one.
What?
Natural 4,
Yikes.
easy.
I'm rolling pretty bad.
Yeah.
Raise my shields, I'll strike at it, and Claudia will strike at it. Try and confuse it with having a claw and a spear in his face at the same time.
Look confused.
Scratchy and a pointy.
Oh no, it's a jaws, sorry, jaws.
That would
missing.
confuse me.
That would not have been good.
And missing,
Jesus,
okay.
our tackles
That's my
suck.
turn.
My tackle's real not
Good turn.
Good turn,
That's
good
my
turn, good
my
turn.
turns. It feels like recently.
This one to the south that has been shot up so badly moves 40 feet towards Arquetta, getting in that range. No more volleyless attacks for you. And yeah, like makes its bites, 2 bites against her.
like a billion
Fangs. Man, there was definitely something to this one. Or whatever. 1, 2. 37.
Miss hit.
I think 37 is going to hit, right? Yeah, 37 does hit.
Yeah.
For 34, and Arquetta has to make a fortitude saving throw.
He's like immune to those, right?
Not when she rolls like that.
Not when she rolls like that. So there we go. Like
Although
drained
I wonder, does she have
condition.
Juggernaut?
No.
No, I guess it wouldn't matter because again, it was fail.
So she's drained 1. There's an additional 7 poison, and then I gotta go like.
We get to see how much her level is by how much goes down.
She definitely would have taken. She would have had Juggernaut, but it doesn't matter because fail is a fail.
Yeah.
Because that's just level 11 Ranger stuff.
Maybe she multiclass. Oh, it doesn't.
She only went down 15. She only went 15. Come on.
And I guess I'll just do 0 on that. There we go. Cool.
Oh no, I don't want to die at big boy instantly.
And position 1 there.
I get crit
Okay.
to go down. Jeez.
The
Alrighty, let's see the
form
one
of
round KO.
Leszewski, so Leszewski is like moving permanently,
They attack opportunity.
very slowly. Well, actually, that's like it's basically like the size of this thing is causing it to basically be permanently slowed one like a zombie. So it's only taking 2 actions on its turn. But they're
That's confusion in me, huh?
It raises an enormous leg and stomps it down towards you,
I move that door.
attempting to spear you. Oh, you can't move outside your turn. You got to stand still and take it.
What?
You've activated its trap card. Now the other leg.
Striking you.
Not crit? Oh,
Yeah, hitting you for 41.
okay.
Bludgeoning. And it uses its second action to grab you,
Oh, okay.
giving
How?
you the grabs condition.
Oh.
Has
Does
an
it
attack
grab with his legs?
trait.
Yeah.
In the legs,
Damn.
okay. In the legs.
It has appendages, so.
Yeah. It's part octopus.
Grabs you its leg. But that's its
That
turn.
suckers.
You're up.
Get off of me! Get off of me! Right, I guess I just try. First of all, I mean, I can you get the immobilize. That doesn't stop me attacking, BD. I will. I don't think just slash at the leg that's holding me to start with. At least try to cut my way out of that. I will call the blackbird.
The grey bird.
Whatever.
If you call the blackbird, you only get +2.
Oh my fucking god!
You hit.
Thank God, but it's
And
natural
you call
40.
the Graver.
Okay, yeah.
The grey bird you hit. Dealing. Oh, actually. I just realized I did. Okay, so it has resistance a bit, but also vulnerability a bit to a different thing. So. Yeah, okay, cool. So it is. Yeah, okay, I don't have to do any maths. Excellent.
Okay then. Did it look like it's drawing me into the mouth?
Not right now, but you could certainly imagine it doing so.
I could imagine it doing so, huh? Does sound a little spooky. How do you escape again?
Acrobatics, I think. Against
No, there's another way to do it. A
You
check.
can make an unarmed attack as well.
Okay.
Does has the attack trait, so.
Or you can use your athletics check actually.
Yeah, or there's a few different things you can use.
Okay. But I have.
Big -5, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to break out of the grab. So -5 on this. Remember, it actually 1 extra damage from spike charge actually, Chris.
You ain't wrong.
It's 36 on my athletics.
36 against its
Oh, that's not with the -5. God damn, I forgot.
against the athletics DC. Yeah, no, I'm afraid
Yeah.
it holds you tight.
I kind of swear.
Oh
on
my
my
god,
breath.
yeah, that holds you tight.
Swear under my breath. Ooh, last action. Damn. Top stuff. I guess I'll do it in that 20 fish. I don't see much else I can do. Boom, baby.
Did say boom?
Well,
baby?
I didn't get the -10.
Oh.
I always forget. So only 31. Man, I will do on that one.
Wait, is it 30? Is that counting the +1?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
counting.
alas. Oh, how sad. You missed.
Yeah. Damn it. Alright, I think I might be getting eaten here, guys.
Asic.
Wait, so that's a no
Have
on
a
the,
good trip
on the no
into
part?
the ghost belly of the ghost.
No, it's
spider.
still a yes on the no part.
Gotcha.
I continue my slow journey. It's one move.
But I'm sure Chris had made a whole new Eton map where I get to fight inside it, all the other things that it's eaten recently. And then there are all these other adventurers. I see Arnag in there. I'm like, wait a second.
Frostbite would work when depending on what you beat in its stomach, you come out with a different buff and.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
right. I can get one more to the right. And
Yeah,
that's
but I've done that fight, yeah. I've even done that one in the Final Fantasy quiz.
Exactly. Is that as far as you can make it, Asik?
correct.
Cool. And is that all your turn?
That's all my turn.
That's all your turn.
Very exciting.
Back to Arquetta. Arquetta could like drop her bow and get a falchion out. Like a ham, but
Falchion.
why would you not just shoot it? The volley.
Then just shoot it.
You can keep holding her bow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hunters, whatever. First two. Okay,
That's why you keep shooting it. Yep, that's why you keep shooting it.
Okay, so yeah, she with her first action, she finishes off this one, and it like goes careening backwards over the edge and plummets.
Falchion.
The map. Then she uses her second action to. She sees you. Yeah, you're like,
In
I'm about to
American
eat him.
English.
She uses her second action to
Falchion.
hunt prey on the chest.
Oh,
Falchion.
no!
In British English.
Dust! Alright, fine,
Falchion.
I won't say it.
And
Falchion.
takes a
In Australian
2 more
English.
shots at it, I guess actually.
Falchion.
1, 2.
Hunting Shot doesn't have the flowy trait?
Hunter shot
No,
does,
but
but again,
she's got the speed rune, so she makes one
Oh,
attack fast
okay.
action and gets and with a +1 from the Inspire Courage, those are both crits.
They're both crits? Oh my
They're
god.
both crits.
Man, it'd be sucks that I was missing so much with plus 26, huh?
But the arrows do seem to pass partially through it, like they're not
Mm.
dealing full damage.
it also
and-
means it doesn't actually do the pin.
Yeah, it also doesn't pin it.
Okay.
Also, I think this thing, literally, I'm just gonna say this thing can't be pinned. There's no fucking way. It like
Yeah.
still free. Okay, so its damage would be that plus double that, which is, and it's actually weak to that, so. So it'd be 52 and then 6.
The only problem, I got the machete for when I get
Okay, so it takes this much from the first one.
problem is the
And,
runes.
uh,
are
You're
good.
prepared.
It's such a shitty machete, like, you know, it's like, oh, the fancy sword's like just a fucking knife.
You could throw in a rune on it.
Yeah, dude, I should get like the doubling rings so like the rune goes on it, you know. I need to. That'd be sick.
Okay, yeah, get some solid damage on it, Bromok.
Yeah, I mean, this one has taken like no damage, has it?
Listen, I'm trying, okay?
Keeping it off you.
It did confuse me earlier, so I'll hunt prey it and then take some shots at it.
Okay.
So 35
Or
or 13.
You hunt prey this
14.
one up here. Sorry.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So 35 for 14.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's it.
Act. Okay. This one up here isn't having the easiest time with you, Leon. Bit
We
you
crit him earlier.
Yeah,
Just-
but
just
he
crit him.
hit him pretty good, and he didn't even like really seem to mind the poison. So,
That's true, poison.
but
I seem to mind the
Value,
bite
though.
though.
But there's a big fleshy furry creature in front of him as well, so you know.
Yeah, grey bird.
this isn't one action. That just seems stupid. You can't just put a trap under someone.
That'd be genius. He just pulls out a bear trap. Also, I'm flying slowly, so.
It moves
Yeah,
around you guys on Claudia over to where Asik is approaching
What?
Well,
and tries to bite Asik twice.
Oh,
That's
that-
so- I look so friendly though.
So it technically stops the access region. So it bites you from here.
Alright, I'll use my reaction.
Is that a
Oh,
crit?
no. Yeah, I should. I think it is.
Against Asik, says here 29.
Ooh.
AC 29, yeah.
A little 70 damage.
So
It
yeah,
was
it
70
bites you
damage.
critically for 70.
Minus 13.
Is your HP really that low, Asik?
116.
How, what's your
Everyone else
con?
is like 170 and stuff. Like
When you have an extra 5
Okay,
HP per level. for con, you're-
116 minus 70 plus 13. Math. What is that? That's 59, okay.
Ancestry class. Yeah, right.
Not one, baby.
Oh, they got. A Greybird gets to do a reaction to hit it though. Unless you use a reaction to give me a plus. Or whatever.
Yep.
Bad.
Okay, yeah, and make a fortitude saving throw as well.
Yeah,
Asik.
keep going to credit.
Fortitude saving throw.
You're good at those, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. No poison at all. Just a
success.
second bite.
My success is a crit success if that means
Even worse. Oh god, that's not a crit, huh?
Oh my god. Yeah, it is. So it
Am
just
I-
like it crawls up to
I'm
Asik.
dead, right?
Well, you're dying too. But
You're
yeah,
dead, dead.
I'm
it
dying
just
to
comes
rest.
around and like with two flashes of its jaws, Asik is on the ground, bleeding out, and you need to make another fortitude saving throw as well.
Threw it on the ground.
Okay, at least you're good at those.
No poison though.
You're
Just
good at
dying.
those.
No poison, just dying.
You can move your initiative to 38.
38, yeah. Okay. So Asik,
How do I set my dying?
Ah, it's like-
I've got it already. Don't worry.
You got it?
Oh,
Choose.
dying.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
he
that's
gave
not
him the
what I
red
did.
cross. No.
Oh, that's what I did.
Cross.
I thought I wanted to close the
Not
window.
the
That's
red
not...
cross. Not the red cross.
I
A
thought
little
the
early
red...
for that.
I thought the red cross closes the window.
No. Sadly.
Let's go, Moonsong.
I'm a boy.
Second. I'm just.
He's calculating.
No, I was just checking something, but I realized I didn't quite do it the way I could. Don't have summon Celestis signature
Could be
spell.
useful, yeah.
Can't up it, which would be pretty cool. Could someone really cool Celestis?
Angels.
Guess not. Guess not. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's maybe just need to up the power. Let's do the 5th level. Searing light.
Where?
First,
Or-
inspire
or-
courage.
or acid.
Against the deep crawler.
Okay.
Or acid.
Yeah.
Uh,
Literally dying
Maybe.
just
maybe
below
we'll
where the
roll that.
steering light goes.
or
Courage is inspired. Everyone except those three.
Acid's courage is inspired.
Yeah, did you see him? That was very courageous.
Oh
too.
god.
come on!
Oh god. Maybe you just.
We have a reroll.
Yeah, I have one left.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Fire damage pretty good against these boys, probably.
Oh,
35!
yay. And it's a
That is
fiend.
a hit.
Undead, perhaps even.
It is neither of those things.
What?
It is so. Okay, hang on. Damage is.
The extra one from inspired courage.
Oh, I forgot. This one would have. He's got fast healing, hasn't he? So.
Oh,
Did you say you heightened it though to level 5?
This is heightened.
Yeah, this is heightened. 96.
96.
Okay.
Not a good 96.
Just a lot of 2s.
Just a
Yeah.
lot of twos.
Yeah.
You rolled high on the 76 and the 96.
Okay. Well, it takes the damage.
What?
That's my turn.
Greybird goes for the beatdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a hit.
That's extra damage, right? More
Yep. Roll 3d6.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at
Wow.
that, baby. That's a chunk.
Did you get to use on every attack or one per turn?
Every attack.
Busted.
2. That's a hit with a +3
Oh, yeah,
for an extra 2d6.
3d6.
Uh,
It's
3d6,
even
right?
more.
Yeah, it's just 12. For 37.
Beat down to really
Bish
come.
bash bosh. And her last attack, she can't use the ready action, can she? Because the aid action, she needs her reaction.
Yeah,
so she just simply
she can.
strikes it again.
I like it.
Nah,
I hate it. I hate it.
not so much. Leon.
Guys, he has to go down. Okay. Yeah, first action. I will command Claudia to go here and strike at it. Hey,
Shit.
roll critical
Uh,
damage.
Legit crit.
Lower
Look at
unit.
that.
Yes, okay.
36?
32. And
36.
then I will lean down, you know, go over
He'll
side
Leon down. Leon down.
and cast lay on hands on Essek to get you 36 HP because we're level 11 at least, yeah.
Mhm. Nice.
Up
No
to
longer-
36 Essek. No
Appreciate
longer
it.
high.
But you are still prone and flat-footed.
Welcome back, buddy. Now with my other hand, as I'm coming back up, I'll strike at the deep crawler.
Oh, no raise shield this time. He's going
No
crazy.
raise shield. I'm going crazy.
Where he's going, he doesn't.
I shouldn't have gone crazy.
He doesn't need
Oh,
shields,
I was
but he
not
might as
gonna
well
think-
have.
When you think about it, you would have just rolled a nat 1 on the raised shield as well, so... Like, yeah.
That's true.
Thank God you
Very
have to roll
well
for that kind of stuff.
Alright, what a turn. Lecheski.
Begins to make a meal out of Beck.
Uses its first action to strike
Eat
at
back.
you with another leg.
No.
What do you
So it holds you still and pummels at you with another one. Missing.
Oh,
Natural
it is.
one.
Oh, it is.
Natural one. Yeah, missing you. So like sort of like slams down next to you, and then it uses its last action to sustain the grab.
Oh.
So you remain grabbed, and as it sustains the grab,
Oh.
it also gets, as a free action, it may transfer one creature it's already grabbing with a leg to its mandibles. So you are still grabbed, but now you are,
Oh,
you know,
in the mouth.
mandibles grabbed. And at the end of its turn, it uses the chew free action, because there's a creature in its mandibles, to deal unto you.
A lot.
It chews
Pretty
on
big
you
mandibles.
for 48 damage.
No save, just flat down.
Nope, simply flat damage.
Crazy. What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Nom nom nom.
The thank you kind.
But that is
The
its
resistance.
turn. And now it is you.
Alright, I'll do first action to try to escape. And so... athletics to my attack modifier. What's my athletics compared to my attack modifier? Let me just have a look. See.
That modifier without like any item bonuses or stuff on the...
Yeah, but I got the what's it called from
Yeah.
the inspired courage.
That's true. That would count.
It's the same, baby.
Nice. It makes sense when you think about it.
Literally doesn't make a difference, but I narratively will do the athletics. Can I use a blackbird on this? Or does it have to be attack roll? Yeah, skill check.
Wait. Let me confirm. Great.
Oh, that's the attack trait, right? So
So I'm about to attack an attack roll or skill check, and it's not yet rolled.
Okay.
Timely advice.
Man, if I skip this, I feel like I'm gonna go to ground. I don't like go back to the balls. That'd be insane.
You don't go. No, you go to like where you're standing, but not.
I call her +3 and attempt the athletics.
With +3, you've got 40, and it's against its. What against what DC? Athletics DC.
Yeah.
No, you remain grabbed.
Just got 30. Oh Jesus. All right. I'm like, fuck. All right. I guess I'm here. Alright, I'll take one swing with a -5. Okay.
+1.
+1. Chris.
+1 easy hits.
Okay.
You strike for easy maths.
We see the HP.
+1.
Yeah, so
Not
I still
quite.
can't see it.
Nope, it's still off that side.
Okay, so I'm mobilized. I will. Last action, I'm going to take my attack. I feel myself like I'm going to go into its mouth. So I will.
You already are.
Yeah, like in.
Oh, like full ingestion.
Yeah.
Could be worse places.
Can't think of any, but there could be.
Oh, wait a second. Let me look
Could
at
be finished and coming out the other end.
Fair.
Saying.
I'll take one hand off the weapon. No longer wielding it, baby. One more AC. Love to see it.
Is that that's a free action? Because it's equivalent of dropping it from one hand, right?
Yeah, I'm just releasing a hand. I think I'm pretty sure it's a free action. I will.
Tough place to be.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward, right? And if I try to manipulate to grab something, I have to do a DT5 or lose it. I will try.
Are you sure you want to drop the hand?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll do that. I will try to. Oh, there's 2 actions to drink something.
Fling it. Wait, wrong day.
I will try to draw from my pocket a
Pocket knife.
greater bestial mutagen.
Okay.
And then I guess.
Make
yeah.
your flat check.
Okay, so I have it in my hand.
Even close.
It's fine, it's fine. Yes, I got that in my hand, but that's my turn.
Okay. Arquetta. Oh, actually, no, I never did the end of her last turn. Like her poison bullshit. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Let's deal with that real quick right now. I don't think it would have like made a difference in the. Okay, so she's recovered. I think that means she's no longer drained. Because drained is, I think, applied by the. No, I think she remains drained 1. I think that the condition is gone. There's no more damage, but she remains drained 1. Okay. So Arquetta. Drops her bow. Quick draws. Wait, quick draw is draw an attack, not draw a move. Okay. Okay, drop bow free. What's her speed? I'm sure she's got like magic items that could increase it if she wanted to. No, apparently not. Because I was slacking with her magic items. Her speed though is 30. Cool. Okay, and she ignores the difficult terrain because it's not magical. So drops her bow, runs once to there, twice to there, and draws her falchion.
Oh, baby. I got it!
Bromok.
Go pick up her fucking bow.
Oh, baby. What? You left this one?
That would actually be worth it for me if I
Yeah,
was
of
to
course,
like
yeah.
drop my own bow, go and pick that one up.
Yeah, but you already get the quicken condition from it, so you.
But you gotta invest
Yeah.
in it, right?
No,
You do
because
that.
weapons
Oh, just
are
as you
automatically
pick it up,
invested. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, investing an item is just as long as it takes to equip it, which for a weapon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go over to where that was,
Yep.
pick it up, and then take.
I think you can even pick it up without a quick draw, technically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So it's one move, and then
Quick draw
1,
it, basically.
2, 3.
And this is you draw. You
4
can try to
shots?
draw a weapon. You could use the same thing.
Yeah, I think you can quick draw it off the ground.
It's the same thing.
So second action, quick draw it off the
Draw
ground.
it off the ground.
Third
For a shot.
action, 2 more shots, and then last
Hunted
action
shot.
3. Okay, so
Quicken,
4 shots.
and then the
yeah.
quicken shot. Yeah, so 4 shots.
Oh, baby, you're never giving us back to.
And they're technically, you're gonna figure out the damage stuff on it because I don't have that on my
Acid
sheet.
on it or something,
But it would be +1 for whatever I'm rolling because it's a
Yeah.
+3 weapon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. 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 Pretty good.
Now I've just
Greater
just
striking.
remembered I didn't do her. You crit that thing twice, and I didn't do her deadly D10s, so
You'd be dead.
let's give her.
Steak.
There we go. Cool. Okay, so yeah, it's +1 on those. You still hit with all the same attacks as you hit with, and it's greater striking, so it's 1 more D8 on each of them.
On
So
3 hits, right?
more, yeah, 3d8
3d8.
basically damage.
I think I kind of want to be eaten. I think I'll be safe inside.
Okay.
18 on
so
that too.
16 plus 13 is 29, plus 16 is 45,
plus 18 is 63. Okay, cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yep, I mean your arrows. Ooh, I moved. There.
Shifted.
Yeah, I mean it's as badly wounded as your arrows thunk
Yeah.
into it from your mother's bow. And Asik.
I will battle
Let us get
medicine myself. Battle medicine also with DC of 30.
Oof.
Good DC.
Precisely calculated. What is that?
Yes.
2d8 plus 30, yeah?
Yeah.
2d8 plus 30.
Plus 20.
I
Oh, I
think
could've-
30. At this point, when it's DC 30, it's plus 30.
Crazy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because DC 15 is the basic one. Yeah, so it'd be plus 45 for me on
Plus 39. Does that work?
Vela.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plus 39 should work.
Yeah, and okay, and wounded condition gone.
I don't think it is.
Oh, I think it's
Isn't it?
it doesn't
It's
count as a
quite-
cheat wounds. It,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
it's- yeah,
same
it's-
DC at
it's-
cheat
yeah.
wounds, but it's not cheat
You're
wounds.
yeah, exactly. You're tempted against the DC of 3 wounds, but it doesn't count as treating wounds. Same reason you can't use risky surgery on battlefield medicine.
But
Okay,
cheat,
well then
cheat wounds doesn't actually do that. For me, it's just it's
I'm
it's
still wounded.
Sorry, treat wounds doesn't do what?
Oh no, it doesn't say it does.
It says
Oh
in
no,
the
no, it
wounded
does. It
condition
does in the
if someone's
success. Yeah,
successfully- yeah.
Right.
So still wounded
Okay.
one.
Still wounded one, and then I guess I get up and I hide behind Claudia.
These are reasonable things to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Okay. This one, you're getting away from it. It's badly hurt now.
Retreat.
No, it's no fan of Leon,
Who
who
is?
foolishly didn't raise his shield, so
He wanted that in that one.
Flangs
That's one.
flashed when his creature's so interesting. Like, all I do is attack.
Misses anyway.
Oh, he is so able to tackle against Leon though.
Oh, that would have hit anyway.
Please. Yeah.
And make a fortitude saving throw.
That's
And take the
39.
39.
39, my god.
Yeah, they do big damage.
Fort save, you gotcha plus 3, right? For the thingamajig.
So 34.
34.
34 is good enough. So you're fine. No damage, no anything. Right, Moonsong.
I will move up to here next to Ka.
This is difficult terrain for you.
But he levitates, right?
Only you actually levitate.
What?
It's difficult terrain. Fuck.
Yes.
Forgot about
You levitate, right?
that.
Or
Double move there
comes-
and Inspire Courage then.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ah,
out of
that's
range
good
now.
for- Yeah, you're in good. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Beck's
Yep.
good.
Everyone's done.
Even Greybird. Wow, everyone perfect position for courage to be inspired.
Good stuff, though.
Thanks.
Okay.
So valuable.
Greybird with slap down.
The +1 bot, you know.
Finishes in one. With +3, with +1, that is indeed the slap down. Yeah, so she beats down this thing. She's a bit off the edge. Who's to be in a position where she's not off the edge? She didn't realize until now. And the last action, she attempts Sage's Analysis on Leszewski, but that is going to be a very difficult.
Oh yeah, legendary. It's
Oh, so she's on Claudia still, right?
Oh yeah, she is always still. Oh wait, hang on. Then how does she hit that? Okay, she
It
gets
was
off,
within range.
beats
Within
it
range.
down.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
within Claudia? Oh, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah, you
She
counted
had
those
a pair of
squares.
squares
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Claudia, yeah. Okay, she beats it down still on Claudia. She doesn't get off. She Sage's Analysis is for. Let's see. No, not even fucking remotely close.
It's a snake.
Well, it's because it's the DC, but then it's also a unique creature, so it's +10 on DCs to recall knowledge as well.
Jesus.
So it's fucking one of those things that's hard to recall knowledge about.
Just one more action to be.
And with her last action, she
Ain't sure.
Last room 2 used it again. She attempts another Sage's analysis. Maybe I do remember a bit more about it this time.
Nah,
Oh,
a little
there's
bit more, a
many
little bit more, a little bit
And I
more.
should be stacking pet like -5, -10 on like recall knowledge.
Oh, really?
every time
Okay.
I attack. I should be.
Oh yeah.
Leon, let's go.
Okay, well, I'll look down at Aztec and I'll say, I'd love to take you with us, but Beck looks like he's in trouble. And I'll command Claudia to fly over.
Oh, here we
That's
are.
my first action. Meanwhile, can I, is there a way I can help Beck escape without using the aid action? Is there like a direct thing I can do in this case to, try and like remove the mandibles or like...
No, there's nothing you can
You
roll right
killed
now that
it.
would result in it being
If you
attacked.
killed it, right?
in
I
being
killed
freed,
it?
rather.
Okay.
Yeah, that would do the trick.
In that case, I'll
is-
raise... Oh, well, first of all, sorry.
Keep me,
Technically
keep,
inside its space.
keep,
there.
keep me alive, maybe, but you know.
Desperate Prayer
Oh.
did come back. So let's see, did I have the movement for this?
She has double,
I
right? She can
did,
fly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 30 is double like here. And then, yeah, I will cast Lay on Hands on you.
Oh, that's
36?
these claws kind of hurt, yeah. Oh, jeez.
And
Doesn't
just
that also give
against
like
the...
plus AC and some other stuff?
Yeah, for one turn, plus 2
Plus
AC.
2. Please.
And then I will raise my shields.
Okay. Leszewski
Read more.
takes a leg swing at Claudia.
Go on and eat me. Eat me. Eat me.
Striking Claudia, but not critically.
Wow, okay.
Ooh.
For
Please.
30 damage.
Okay.
30 bludgeoning damage. And will then use the grab action to grab Claudia. And having grabbed Claudia, the grab action automatically refreshes all your grabs, so it refreshes the grab on Beck as well.
Shit, but I don't have a weapon out anymore. Maybe I thought I was gonna be eaten, you know? I punch it.
And that's the full turn, yeah. Leg strike and grab.
What?
Which refreshes on you.
Eat me! Eat me!
And then it continues to chew on you for free at the end of its turn.
Stop it!
He stop it. For 41, Beck.
Jesus. Did Leon didn't do it.
And yeah, now Claudia is also grabbed.
Great.
Not in the man.
I don't think... Has Blackbird taken her reaction this turn? I think so,
No.
right?
No.
So she could use it as part of my smite.
Yeah, I
so
don't know that.
don't have
Your-
any- I mean, your turn is coming up.
I kind of want to escape about 50,
Okay.
man.
Fair enough.
I don't want to escape. Right, on my
Roll.
topic, so I've all got a plan. So first of all, I will try to drink the bestial mutagen. So that I have to do like a check, right? A DC 5. Yep, but that's a manipulate, right? To interact to drink it. Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck this game.
Oh, it's. I guess you don't lose the mutagen, right? But it's,
No,
like, still
fuck it.
in
I
your
might
hand.
just hero point this.
0 point the flat check. Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point DC 5.
He
Yay!
makes the DC.
Yay! I'm glad. Yay! Alright, so that's all my hero points gone. Okay, and that gives me a +3 item bonus to unarmed attack rolls, which means I get a +3 to escape from this thing. Ah!
Big brain.
Okay, so I will then attempt an unarmed attack to get out. So it is actually... And I'll call the Blackbird. So that's an
Another
extra
+3.
3. So it's plus
6.
7 on this,
Oh, so
because this
7 on
doesn't include
Oh,
use
yeah.
by coverage.
Okay, plus 7 on this.
Oh my fucking god! I can't get 35, 45 actually. Please,
45 is on the DC.
Please. Oh my fucking god.
Really?
Okay.
You
Oh my-
managed to free yourself. I'll put you there.
Okay. So that's
That
2
was 16.
actions.
Jesus, man.
2 actions. Okay. Ah man, I don't want to be a bitch.
Gotta regrip the sword anyway, right? If you wanna.
Yeah, so I'm like, I should move out of fucking reach so they can't just grab me again, you know? Yeah, I'll be a bitch. Man, it looks like it has sick range, right?
It's got some decent range, yeah.
Okay.
And technically, Leon is 1 square too far forwards because that's like the edge of its space.
Yeah. Okay, I will choose. There's no point in me. I couldn't even re-equip it. Yeah, I'll use my last action to move back in.
Okay. Arquetta moves up with her falchion out and swings at it twice. Because wait, you can't like do the thing with the melee attacks, right?
No, it is different thing.
Yeah.
Slowly it flies.
One.
Ooh, baby.
Which strikes and seems to do full damage.
Ghost
Touch,
touch.
baby. She was so ready.
She's had a ghost touch falchion since I initially conceived of the character. Like, it's
Crazy.
been a while.
She's been ready. You were ready.
Looking for this value.
No, one more, baby. Oh no, wait, she has one more attack?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. Ooh, and the Forceful actually does something there, I think. For the sweep, maybe?
One of them does something, I think.
Yeah.
And there's one more
I
damage.
think no, actually it does more damage equal to the number of damage die.
Ooh, damage dies. Excellent. Okay, so
think
that's great.
no.
So 3 more damage.
Right, let me double check though.
Yeah, you double check.
I think you're right.
It sounds like something they do. If I was a designer, that's what I
We've got the +1 die. Okay, cool. There we go. You guys can see the health bar.
yeah, number with the weapon damage dice. Yeah.
Guys, the health bar has entered the screen.
No,
Oh baby. Oh yeah, I see.
almost dead, baby.
Yeah.
There is hope.
Alright, we have with action economy
Come
time.
on.
Action economy time.
Oh, wait, we're
Alrighty.
talking. Oh, sorry. Technically, it was.
No.
Okay, this time was the start of it. Ian just reminded me this with his whole
No.
action economy reminder. At the start of this
Action
turn,
economy.
Chris, you got to go at any minute. You can't add extra
do.
moves to
And
this
yet-
fight.
and
Can't
yet-
do it. Ooh, that's pretty fast, boy.
crawls its way up there at the start of this turn.
Lane spider, huh?
Yeah, it's the
I
same
mean, I
thing.
just reskinned Lang Spider to Orvian Deep
Oh,
Crawler.
Lang
That's
Spider.
the fucking token default still says Lang Spider, I guess.
Dude,
Oh,
cast
no,
confusion,
no.
cast confusion on me,
That's where it
cast
comes up.
confusion
Anyway,
on me,
Romox,
cast
you're up.
confusion on me.
Where is it?
Over here.
Oh god, oh you're immune, yeah.
Oh, I can't see it.
I'll never see it coming, Jacko. They're like the big guy.
So I
cast
guess
confusion
I
on me.
will hunt prey the big
Yeah.
guy and force
see
We
it.
can
shots.
see it, we can see it, we can see it.
I can't- look.
Because your dark vision is artificially limited. Hang on, let me just.
Yeah.
I can't actually make it. It's no
Artificial
limited
sweeteners.
Oh,
Gotta be
see
going
it.
Can't
Can't see it
3,000
either.
feet.
I don't know. Oh, it's over there.
whatever. I'm just gonna.
If you give me 120, should be good enough.
Oh, baby, it's bright.
Oh, baby.
The
turn
sun
off
is
that
being
lighting.
lit.
Everyone can fucking see.
It's so
Yep.
spooky.
Yeah.
You should make it
Alright,
black
I
and white.
will. No. Hunt prey this one and then 4 shots. And I did add what I'm pretty sure the weapon should look like, so we'll check.
Cool.
Still should be +1 on this because I don't want to add because
Yeah.
then I'll forget that the Inspire Courage is there. But no. That's right. Yeah, I just rolled like crap. Okay. 2, 3. Wow, rolling like mom on her bow. Got
Who
it.
are you shooting at?
It doesn't matter.
The new one down here, right? Okay, and you can't hunt prated as well, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yikes.
On it.
Those-
I'm so
those are
susceptible to
rolls,
confusion.
alright.
Don't do it. I'm so susceptible.
5, 10, and 5.
I'm so. Oh, I hate being confused.
It crawls right up to Brom.
Hey, no.
Right up to you. Asic.
On top of Moonstone, man.
I will
Cheating.
quick alchemy to healing potions, chug one and throw the other at back.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a massive list. Okay, moderate one drinking from myself. Beautiful. That says big healing, +26.
hit me,
And then bomb throw at back. I will reroll that.
I like it.
okay.
Yay.
Nice.
And
That was so sad.
They look
Well-
mad at Chris.
Alright, let's play out this round, and then he'll be dead, right?
I mean, it's still
so
got
you
like
got
half
24
HP.
on back.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Moonsong.
I will inspire courage, and then I will do Interstellar Void on the big spider.
What's it in Moonsong Square though?
Interstellar Void. Wait, it has what in Moonsong Square?
Features in Moonsong Square, am I actually?
Moonsong's here.
Oh, maybe she's here. Am I actually not weird?
Yeah,
Uh,
move,
she's-
man.
Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is.
Interstellar Void. Okay, it makes a Fortitude saving throw.
That what does.
I think it's good at those.
Critically succeeds.
Doesn't matter.
The big.
So it gets no damage or anything, but it is fatigued.
Alright, we gotta kill it this turn. Everyone attack. All
Okay.
action stations attack.
Greybird. Fucking whatever, it's getting better results every time. She'll give it one go at giving it a bit of stage analysis.
Ooh!
There you go.
Not enough, right? But plus needs plus 10.
No, it's still not enough.
Really?
Need a nat
Yeah,
20.
yeah. She really needs a nat 20 for this. Then she strikes it twice with her staff, normally.
Ooh!
Oh.
But that is damage.
That is good.
Critting
news.
with both of them.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
plus 1 spike.
So
Jesus.
the damage is just...
Alright, Chris, we'll
Yeah,
really
yeah.
try, man. We'll do all the damage we can do. This turn.
There we go. I mean, she beats it pretty good. Below half. Leon.
Okay, I think Claudia literally can't escape this with the DC. Because she has a plus
Yeah.
17 for her in arms. So she'll just for free action.
Nat
just
20
like,
does it. Nat 20 does it.
Yeah.
No,
Nat 20 is 37, and then, yeah, 40, it would count as a one.
What's she know? What are the odds? So she'll just let us strike at it. Okay,
Yeah, well-
well. We'll never
I
do
don't
I
know.
it.
wish she'd done the nat 20 on the first attack.
Yeah, that would have been fucking.
I mean, it's right there next to the 8 that we got. You know,
Yeah, it's
in
true,
shield,
it's
right?
Alright, and then, in true character efficiency, I will try and demoralize this ghost spider.
Oh, let's go. Low DC might not be the best of its all
Well,
DCs.
it's lowest by a long way. You
36?
successfully
Oh.
intimidate it.
Oh, baby, I intimidate the legendary spider.
He's
Just a
one.
look.
Frightened one.
So much scarier than it, Leo.
And then, okay, so that's one action. I will raise my shield and strike it. Plus 133 for that. Plus one.
Oh no, 18, 19 plus the persistent bleed.
So yeah, 19. And the 6 persistent bleed. Oh, definitely gonna forget that. Okay. That's your full turn, right?
My filter.
Okay, on its turn,
It eats all of you.
it sprays web in a
Okay.
60-foot cone in front of it.
You
Shit.
weren't too far off.
So from there,
Even
it's
acid.
gonna catch you.
And its own spider.
Even is gonna catch its own spider. Although that actually has the web walking, it's gonna
Yeah.
make it completely fine with this.
Yeah.
So,
It's even got greater web walking and shit. Like, actually, no, it's got greater web sense. I lied. So I want everyone in that cone to make a reflex saving throw.
it's not even a damaging effect, so ball doesn't even work. So
So I need architecture as well.
Claudia's
my
in the
God.
mandibles, right? So
I can't.
she
It,
doesn't need
it,
to.
it does hit Claudia as well. She's not in the mandibles, she's just in one of the legs. It hasn't moved her to a mandible.
in the leg.
Okay. Is that everyone who was on the cone?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Da-da-da. That's weird. Success, I think. Success. So, okay. So, Asic and Claudia are slowed 1 next turn.
Jesus.
And Beck and Leon, Beck, Moonsong. Actually, I need to roll for Greybird as well.
We had a lot of crit fails, you know.
Greybird. No, just regular fails.
Wow.
Greybird. Hey, crit success. Nice. So she's fine. Okay, so Beck, Moonsong, and Leon. You 3 are No, that's crit failure. Failure, immobilized and flat-footed until you escape.
Oh, goody.
But it'll be against this DC, not its athletics DC, which I
Yeah, against this DC,
Yeah.
yes.
What was
Okay.
the DC?
We don't know. But we know the 22 wasn't a crit fail, so not that high.
So yeah, both immobilized and flat-footed conditions. That's the feet.
Damn.
There they are. Cool. Okay, and Beck. Oh, sorry, and also it uses both its actions for that. It does not continue the grapple on Claudia, so Claudia is freed from the grapple or from the grab condition.
Okay, I guess I will use one action to attempt to claw at these webs, try to free myself. I won't call the what's it called this. So it's 4 higher than this. As I try to cut my way free. 37.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get yourself free, no problem.
Nice, one action to do that.
No longer restrained or flat-footed. Like pull the web off you.
You know, while I have my hand out at free and low, I think I will. What will I do actually? Use them. How could you?
Oh, hang on. Okay, so that was its turn as well. So actually, its DCs were low, which doesn't actually affect anyone's saves there. That's just interesting to remember. I did forget the D6 bleed.
Oh, you bastard!
So D6, D20, and its frightened condition is also gone. Still bleeding though.
Nice. You know, I'll use my healer's gloves on myself. These bad boys. Not very much.
and-
You know, every little bit helps in the end.
Chris jokes about the healing gloves.
Nice. Look at that, 14
That
healing.
healing.
And then I will get my great
I mean,
sword.
I really want to get. I'm like, that's my number one item to get on Vela.
And then I will put
Yeah,
my...
+1 item bonus to medicine checks.
Yeah, but you get like a, you know, you already have your +1 right from the automatic bonus progression.
So that's the same as item bonus. No,
No, but it like says you should remove item bonuses from magic.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will put the great sword in both hands. That's
Okay. And this is where we shall end for now because I'm going to have a lovely dinner with my family. I just got to remember next week that it's bleeding. Sure, we won't get that.
It's right in roll 20, so you can see it next time.
Do we get experience?
Yeah, we level.
Nah, definitely not in the middle of a fight.
Nice try.
But in a couple of weeks, we'll come back and everyone will be like, "Whoa, I remember what's happening," and then we'll fucking see what happens. All right, well, you guys got this. I'm confident. Anyway, good session.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Good. All right.